has ensured that Diwali has come early here in Bhubaneswar.
I would say from the firecracker point of view, this entire match, maybe from the fixtures point of view, it is called as a semi-final. But this is a clash of titans. This is no less than a final. You would see the best of the best here. They are the top 10 players in the world, the best of the best, silver medalists, gold medalists, everyone. You're going to be seeing them here onto the stage. Mr. Vipin Mehra, the highest rank umpire from India, taking on the lead position from his Hawkeye. What an excitement. I'm just having a goosebump at this moment. The warm-up rallies have become, I can tell you Nishad, if they are allowed to just play warm-up volleys only, they will not miss the ball. They have perfected this art so well over a period of years. And look at that roar, the sign of Harimoto, the signature.
Before seeing him in person here in Bhubaneswar, I had seen him on YouTube and television obviously, and particularly was fascinated by his practice regime. Just the way that he continues to roar, continues to give it his all. And now here's what it is like, he is 22 years old, has already achieved a lot, yet people think that he may not have achieved as much as people thought that they would be. They've just set such high expectations, but he's already an Olympic bronze medalist back in 2020. He has won medals in other events as well. Give him time. He's only 22 years old and he would quite possibly achieve a lot more than what people expect. He's still got a lot of time in front of him. On the other hand, you've got Liang, another fantastic player who hasn't tasted glory in the Olympics but has been very consistent in the World Championships, World Cup, Asian Games and the Asian Championships. So, this is definitely a clash of the titans. But Sachin, here are a few statistics for you and then I will bring you into this discussion. These two have played each other 9 times. Tomokazu Harimoto has prevailed on only 2 occasions. The last time he beat him was back in 2024 during the WTT finals in Fukuoka. It was 3-1 to him. So there's still some work to do for Harimoto if he's got to get his team off to a good start here.
Yes, absolutely. And looking at these stats, there's going to be certainly much more pressure on Harimoto. And looking at the team championship and the semi-final there, it's going to be further more pressure. And in the last game, what we saw, Liang won a pressure match against Iran after Shidong losing on to Benjamin Farazi was commendable, and certainly it's a great start. Good amount of confidence has shown by Wang on Liang. First serve, let's serve.
Maybe just a sign for all of us to take a breath. One more leg.
Again a leg.
Take another breath, Sachin.
Oh, that's a beautiful service by Liang. Shot crisp, tight, and that beautiful soft flick. The signature roll by Tomokazu Harimoto, building up to the confidence for Japan there.
Yes, once again, and as always, I just spotted senior Harimoto sitting there in the VIP stand. He's ever present, watches them from close quarters. Well, he is finished this time. What do you make of the change that China have made today? Because if you look at it, then they have shuffled their lineup around. Wang was slated to play the third one against Iran. They have brought him up. Literally Lynch has come out. Meanwhile, Harimoto with that powerful flick of sorts with the forehand.
Yes, talking about your thing that they have not moved up Wang Chuchin. It was strategically placed there to put lot more experience onto Liang Jinkun and Shidong. And certainly, and that's the reason you see that there is a shuffle here. And looking at the past scores there, certainly Liang Jinkun is destined to play with Tomokazu Harimoto. Now, of course, there's a change in the lineup there because if something goes wrong, lot more bet will be on Wang Chuchin there. Fireworks there. You would expect this kind of a game right throughout this entire contest there. The semi-final there. Liang Jinkun with a fiery backhand there, absolutely leaving no room for Tomokazu Harimoto to move at all.
Now think about this, yeah. Last year, Japan had crashed out in the quarterfinals of the Asian Team Championship. That trademark celebration once again, and then soon after, almost to indicate just calm down everyone. But here's the lineup from the quarterfinal, and Japan had actually crashed out in the quarterfinal against Republic of Korea. China went on to win it ultimately in the final by beating Chinese Taipei. Hong Kong had also crashed out in the quarterfinal last year, and this time they are in the final. So it's great to see different people getting into the finals, and let's see if Japan also try to create that change here as well. It's of course a big challenge, but if it's a challenge, Harimoto is up for it.
Absolutely, Harimoto came with that turnaround with that heavy duty core in the middle. He knows that. Liang Jinkun was absolutely ready on the back end. Big disappointment here by Harimoto. Missing onto that block here. I can feel the heat sitting in the box here. I don't know how much heat would be there in the ground.
We can turn the air conditioning on, Sachin, just reminding you.
Long rally there. Long. We had not taken, let me tell you, audience have not taken breath on this particular. Last count rally was 12.
12 shots, and they were lightning quick. Lightning quick. That's what you get when you've got players of this caliber.
Lighted backward. Tomokazu Harimoto. A change of spin, a change of mindset. Winning that point, 2 back-to-back. Now,
It is on these occasions that I really wish that I understood all languages in the world, so that I would at least know what they are telling each other there. He's now moved ahead. You can feel the energy. He takes that round across, looks towards his teammate. And that's Harimoto's corner. When he's in that corner, when he's still and he's dictating terms, he knows what he's doing.
okay, one more in a row. Liang Jinkun wanted to keep him very tight and short. Missing onto that length. And now Harimoto leading by 2 points. Definitely he would want to take at least 1 point. Look at this. A roar. A celebration there in Japan's corner.
Yes, it's game point. Liang Jinkun to serve. That's a good comeback, a very good comeback, and just the way that he pushed that one out made Harimoto stretch. Sachin, it really impressed you.
Yes, what impressed me is that the reading both the players have of each other. The way Harimoto read the service was so amazing. But yes, Liang Jinkun was ready with that heavy duty down the line.
Meanwhile, he's still serving, and couldn't quite execute that backhand, but still on game point. A
Okay.
timeout so early. Oh my word! This is the earliest timeout. I have not seen a timeout in the first game ever, right through this Asian Table Tennis Team Championship.
Yes, I guess it is required to put lot more pressure because they are experienced players. Even though they have just played with each other for 9 times, but and Liang Jinkun had won 7 times, but they're all most experienced player. And right now, in this semi-final, a lot depends upon Harimoto's victory.
Why would you take a timeout right now? Because this could well possibly go into even a longer contest, and you would want to save that. What if it goes into the fourth or fifth game?
It's to put China a lot more under pressure if Tomokazi gets this game. Certainly, it would be a pressure situation for him, and a lot more confidence for Harimoto down there. And since it is Harimoto's serve, he would definitely want to capitalize onto the momentum that he has, at least from the lead point of view. Can he take this point?
And he's serving, so that makes that timeout all the more intriguing, shall I use that word. Hits that out. It's going to be a deuce. Yes, this is very early in the semi-finals, but oh my word, we've seen some quality already.
The game has just begun right now. A lot more show is there to be put up for Indian's audience here and across the world. This time, quite a power backhand into the body.
But he did apologize immediately, so I think he was aided by the net. He just said this is just the beginning, and as we like to say in India, this is only the trailer. The movie is yet to come. This is the trailer.
A change in the position brought in by Harimoto here. Oh yes, he got it. The first game, the strategy worked. He changed the position. Quite a lesson for the audience here. All the upcoming players who are watching this, all this while, he has been serving on the backhand side of it. Brought in a last minute change onto the forehand. And look at this, 12-10, first game.
Wang Hao looking a little bit more stern now. Generally, he's not very animated. Harimoto has got him thinking.
Yes, absolutely. You would require all the leftover grey cells you have. So much of experience under the belt of senior coaches. But I would always look at the Kupa stats here for all the shots and winners that Harimoto has played. Lot more backhand onto the deep backhand he has played. Very few in the center, but still the strategy works. He knows that Liang Jinkun has a good forehand as well, so he wants to put lot more pressure there. And certainly the pressure is there among the audience as well, even though they are watching finest of the finest, best of the best. Goosebumps are there.
You spoke about Wang Hao and how decorated he is, so just to tell all our viewers, 2-time gold medalist in the team events, 2-time silver medalist individually, in fact 3-time silver medalist individually, 2004, 8 and 2012. This is about the Olympics. Multiple gold medals at the World Championships, the World Cup, Asian Championship. That list of medals doesn't end. But you can't go out there and play. You can only advise as a coach. And that advice may have just worked a little bit now to get that first point.
Looks like that Harimoto was talking to the coach that really sorry, ball was much lower as I anticipated. Oh, that was a beautiful stop block. Liang Jinkun getting hold on to the first 2 points. This match is no less than a bout between the heavyweight into boxing.
Oh, he excites. When he immediately, gets his first point in this game. And just if you look at how much table tennis also has evolved, look at the physiques of the players. When you look at Harimoto, you can see that it's a proper athlete, spends his time in the gym. Look at some of the Chinese players, yes, comparatively a little bit stockier, but they are also full of muscle and that flexibility. So different styles, but the fitness of all the teams, especially these two right on top.
Again, the strategy worked for him. He's troubling Liang with that variation that he's bringing from the forehand. Again, getting back onto the corner. No, this time again, he's going to repeat, put a lot more pressure on him. A bit more. Again, it worked. Tomokazu Harimoto with that roll, closing the lead. 3-all.
Harimoto facing now as Liang is going to serve. Look at that energy. You could hear the grunt as he played those forehands, and ultimately it was the backhand that turned out to be a winner for Harimoto. Moves into the lead now at 4-3. Really have to watch these two play. Doesn't matter where you're from, you can learn so much. Look at the pace. Look at that rally. We've lost count, have we? And ultimately, it's Harimoto who hits the net. A relatively muted celebration, but that's also gotten Wang Hao off his seat to clap. The net and a change in the serving tactic, perhaps.
Yes, absolutely. That is the place. He's building up some surprise for him at this time.
A lobby game.
Hiroto with that beautiful lob. My goodness, so much of lesson here.
But this time, he's not able to get it across the net. It lands on his side of the table. When everyone looks at those lobs, they think it's easy. Trust me, it's not. It's never easy. Oh, took the net and landed on his own side there, Harimoto. Liang now moves into the lead. It's a slender lead by 1 point at 6-5. Liang seems to have very good temperament. Not just the air, but all that sound, all that noise that you hear is from the Chinese bench. They seem to celebrate harder than Liang, who's actually out there.
Liang right now in a monk state there. Monk warrior, I would say.
Now his celebration was a lot better because this has taken him, or rather given him, 3 points lead, and that last rally was 10 shots long. A credit to all our statisticians down there, because it's not easy to count the number of shots when the rallies are so fast.
That was a quite a flick there. He was in the air, pounced onto that ball, just like a hungry tiger. Got that point. And yes, you're talking about it. Certainly, these are very high-end cameras there, catching on to such a high and speedy rallies there. Pick up a soft block. Double change. Drop in by Harimoto. Time out by Liang. What is happening, guys? Look at this. So much of pressure here.
It's a timeout by China. Now generally very calm there, Wang Hao. I wonder why they've gone for this timeout in this second game itself, but we also remember that In the first game, it was Japan who went for the timeout. So this is possibly the earliest time that we've had 2 timeouts, both the timeouts done. And if this goes into the 5th game, then who knows?
Fifth game. I'm just wondering from where they get this kind of energy. The intensity of the stroke, emotions, everything is so high.
Wang Hao. Wonder why he's got 2 water bottles in his hand as he's trying to explain there to Liang.
What is interesting to see is that all the members of no matter whether they are playing or not, all are except the coach, all are sitting in shots there. The Warriors on the border, and why not? It's semi-final there. They have to defend their title. They are the leaders, dictators there.
8-all now. Tomakazu Harimoto trying to take the second game as well, but this time he's hit it out wide. The bigger celebration, all right, from the Chinese bench. Wang Hao remains seated while those around him go up. 88% backhand shot wins from Liang. That's quite a phenomenal percentage.
Oh, Liang jumped onto the ball. This is for the first time. He has shouted. He has got the ball. He has got the reach. He has got the power to gain points.
Yes, it was the importance of the point that really brought that emotion out of Liang. Now, he's going to get to serve as he endeavors to equalize. He's got to wait to equalize.
You got to wait. You got to wait here.
We've got more people coming in today to watch this high voltage encounter. This is definitely the clash of the titans of Asia. Backhand shot wins. Harimoto at 60%. Slowing the pace and then making it quick.
Liang Jinkun gave everything. So much of power there, so much of accuracy. Harimoto hitting in different positions. Last rally was 12 count.
Yes, it was 12 shots long. Again, a magnificent AI working to count that rally.
Again a flying shot. Pretty successful. Liang Jinkun is surprised.
But the crowd have really enjoyed that one, and they've come to see a player of the caliber of Liang Jinkun and of course Tomakazu Harimoto.
So much of look at the happiness on the audience face. They are watching best of the best.
Now, it's game point for Harimoto. Can he convert this? Goes the pace, goes for it, but no, it's going to be an equalizer yet again. 11-all.
Liang Jinkun has just taken a breath. Oh, that was a lucky point he saved. Wow. I'm sure audience, dignitaries, everyone would be thinking, what a beautiful match they are watching here. Completely taken by surprise. Okay.
What a rally. 16 shots in total, and each of those 16 shots was signature for each of those players. But right now, it is Liang who has got the game point, and he is going to serve.
Backhand shots win. Harimoto only 60% right now, and Liang Jinkun almost 80% there. Liang Jinkun Game heavy with that backhand. Winning the second game here. Certainly equalizing the score here.
At 13-11, it was a hard-fought game, one apiece, and both the teams have used their timeouts for this match. Wang now conferring with Liang. A few more tips. Meanwhile, Harimoto just trying to cool down a little bit. He's only got 2 people in his corner there, not the entire squad or the coaching staff.
What is lovely to see in this stadium is right now China combating with Japan, but audience is just supporting table tennis. They're seeing some really high quality rallies here, and of course they're just appreciating what they are watching.
Just having a look at the winners that Liang Jingkun dished out in game number 2, all as you can see on the left side of the table here.
Yes, absolutely, and you can see it's right now on the middle of the table because he knows that what accuracy he has, placing a lot more balls in the second line of the table, putting pressure there, putting thrust. Harimoto getting the first point. Found a gap in the center.
The first point going Harimoto's way in this third game. Now remember, no timeouts. Generally we see those timeouts from the third game onwards, generally as a rule of thumb. Again, he was powerful, he was ready, and moves up 2-0.
Such, we are just seeing only backhand game here, backhand dominated game. And you can see that that's why in modern table tennis, you have to have a backhand which is almost like your forehand, because players put a lot more pressure onto the backhand.
That just goes off the top of the net and it goes out, which allows Liang to open his account. Yes, India may not have lived up to the hopes of their fans, but yes, people have turned up to watch this high voltage encounter. It's the clash of the titans, and I keep saying that Liang has now equalized. You know, you look away, touching for a moment, and you've missed 2-3 shots already.
Absolutely, the game is so lightning fast here.
Two apiece in the third game.
Liang Jingkun dominated. He knows that the ball up is in the air. He has a chance. Absolutely not leaving any stone unturned there.
Oh, I just missed the top of the net. Maybe the idea was right because that was an open corner.
You could see the gap there, but looking at the positions of both the players, it's very difficult that you can score in first 3 to 4 balls or first three to 4 rally there. Power backhand, power play. 3-4.
Majorly, we have seen a lot of power being used by these two. But when it comes to subtleties, what do you think about Harimoto's game? Because on a couple of occasions only, he has reduced the pace and gone for those slices. So what would you make of that? Right there. Oh, but he's got off target.
Obviously, so Harimoto does that. Harimoto does that change, bring that change to trying to break the rhythm of Liang Jingkun. And a couple of times he has been successful, specifically if you see whenever he does the service from the forehand, he reduces the speed. Oh, again, not getting success there. Almost dominating this rally by Harimoto, but somewhere, this is the second time he wanted to place, and last count rally was 15.
15 shots in that rally, and it was so quick, so quick. I didn't know where to look, whether at my monitor or just out of my window and down there for live action. Let me do that for a minute. Yes, it's Pacey again. My goodness. Wow. I was looking from my window and just following the ball, and you could just sense that Harimoto there had the better of Liang Jinkun. 14 shots in that rally.
It's such a rivalry in open there. Harimoto with that tight slap onto the table. Oh, bit of a tough luck. Liang Jinkun looked at his team members. Even if I wanted, I couldn't do anything. Ball was so close to the net. Jumps by Harimoto, certainly not very happy, completely disappointed. He's trying to put a lot more pressure on Liang Jinkun by displacing him, but every time he's missing out onto that point. Certainly some bit of homework that he would take away from this match.
When we look at this match, it's just simply phenomenal, the level of table tennis. You just don't know when the pace changes, but now Harimoto has hit that right. And yeah, it's incredible that the fans are getting to watch this match here at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. The Odisha government creating this wonderful facility. Not just this indoor stadium, but around it as well. There is an athletics track, the hockey stadium, the badminton courts, the swimming pool stadium as well. That was a power forehand, and that ultimately is deflected off Liang Jinkun's racket and gone out. Backhand shot winners. Liang Jinkun 75%, Harimoto is on 83%. That's another Stupa statistic for you.
Suddenly a lot has been covered by Harimoto here. Oh, with that beautiful stroke, with that shorthand toss pin, right there in the center. Liang Jinkun wanted to deceive him there. Beautiful game. It's 7-8. Both the players have taken the timeout, and Harimoto has got the magic position again. Yes, he got it. Though it was a let, certainly he was lucky there. But that's the position which is working for him.
And he immediately said sorry. Immediately the hand went up and he said sorry. It was loud and audible for everyone. 8 apiece in the third game. It's 1 apiece otherwise. Once again, the net favoring Harimoto.
I guess the luck seems to be in Harimoto's favor. It's 9-8.
And if
backhand shot wins. Equalizing, almost equal score. Harimoto marginally up by 3%.
Look at that rally.
Wow! This time Harimoto is successful in placing that foreign ball. Well received by Liang Jinkun. But look at this. Audience is in awe.
Well, how does artificial intelligence track natural brilliance? Here's an example for you, because the Stupa AI has told us that it is a rally which was 16 shots long. It is the longest rally in this match. All these statistics that you see, it is via artificial intelligence. A wonderful creation of Stupa, of course. Well, he's got game point, but Liang just inching with 9 points. Now serving for the game. But Liang Jinkun says, hang on, let's head for another deuce, just like the second game. a deuce.
Pin drop silence in stadium. 1-all, 10-all. Harimoto again. This time, he got onto the nerves of Liang Jingkun with that backhand. He's getting into the rhythm at the right moment. Yes, he has been lucky with couple of points here. But he doesn't want to lose on to that lucky points here. Liang, he got here.
Now, it's for the match, hurry the game, but then Liang equalizes yet again, not letting Harimoto just run in towards the lead. At 11-all, it's going to be Liang to serve.
Yes, happiness in the corner. Slightly late roar though by Harimoto. He took a deep breath. Liang Jingkun still with the monk warrior face.
This is the third time though that he's taken the advantage in the deuce. In fact,
Okay.
this...
Every time.
Oh, a yellow card.
Okay. Now,
What was
something
that for?
I guess he has taken a little more time. Possibly that's the reason.
Okay, now we've got to see whether he can finish this. He does! And that is the game. Harimoto goes 2-1 up in this first match. Do not take your eye off this gripping encounter between Japan and China in the semi-final.
Don't go anywhere. Lot more action is coming up. Still the action is not over in this first match. But it's China versus Japan. Clash of titans. Clash of egos.
A lot has happened in those three games, both the timeouts done. The first timeout taken by Harimoto in the first game, one that he went on to win. Later, Liang Jingkun managed to win after a deuce in the second game. It was also during that game that Wang and he decided to take a timeout. Wang now just briefing Liang as he is now trailing 2-1. To add to all that, Harimoto has also been given a yellow card for taking a little bit more time. It came during the dying stages of that third game. And the umpire says and makes it clear that okay, the time is up, get ready.
Absolutely. If you have best of the best players on the ground, so you have to have a best of the best umpires who are going to be watching every move. This time Liang Jingkun displays him onto the forehand. It's 1-all. A bit of a change in strategy brought in by Liang Jingkun as well.
Yes, a change in strategy.
Liang Jingkun again wanted to displace him onto the forehand. Was not in position to play that stroke. Gave away the point. 2-1. Harimoto. What the number of variations that Harimoto is absolutely bringing to each and every really is something to be watched out for very, very closely. He's sometimes softening the ball, sometimes hardening it.
This time Harimoto just hits the net. He had taken a 2-point lead, or Liang just shoots back. Remember, Harimoto is leading 2-1. He wins this game, he gets Japan off to a victorious start here against China. That energy keeps him going. He's moved to 4-2, a towel break. I'm guessing the players will be setting a lot more. There's a place in the final at stake. This is an intense encounter. In any match where there's pressure, obviously, physiologically, it takes more out of you.
Oh, this time the ball just went on to the body. Harimoto was not ready. He was not in position, not in control of the ball. I think this is the only ball which he has not been in control of. Lost the rhythm, 2 points, back to back, it's 4-all.
4-all, and there was a time when Harimoto was leading by 2 points. Now it's all level here.
Our backhand. The Chole boy leading by 1 point, 5-4.
What does Chole mean exactly? I'm sure it's not what means here in India, right? What it means in India. Well, he streaks yet again, moves up to 6-4.
Absolutely.
He's looking more and more formidable. Oh, that backhand, which is generally a winner for him. This time, can't get it across the line. Well, in Chinese, as I've been told, Chole means once more. Well, in India, it's famous as chickpeas, of course. We like a good recipe of chole here in India.
That's quite a strawberry by Harimoto. It was a beautiful. I think today, if I were to see the number of variation that Harimoto has brought in with such a high level of frequency and intensity, is not a joke at all.
It's 6-all. Sometimes you can just say that table tennis not only, in fact every time, it not only tests you physically but also it tests your intelligence.
Both the players have taken the time out to put a lot more pressure on each other. Now they can't go back. It's 6-7. No foreign mistake this time. Missing shot onto the deep core and block Liang had done.
And that's a 4-point consecutive run for Liang. He was down 6-4. Now he's up 8-6. Look at that backhand. Again, that backhand. And that backhand wins it for him, Sachin. You've got to analyze that backhand because it truly is a winner for him.
Absolutely. Whenever he is getting on to a long rally, and that too, like last rally was 18 count, whenever it has happened more than 10 rally, look like it always go in the favor of Harimoto. That's his triple diet. The more you do rally with him, the more energy he gets. It's just like a video game going on with such a lightning speed. It 8-all there.
Sometimes it almost looks as if Harimoto is a machine on his own.
This time, Liang hit the dripping backhand, but a good block done by Harimoto.
%89%. That's the percentage of backhand shot wins for Harimoto. It's 9-all. Now, for the third consecutive game, are we going to head into a deal?
That's what I can say. Young kid on my WhatsApp, they are saying, what do I learn? What do I watch from this match? Should I learn tactics? Should I learn fitness? Should I learn placement? Should I learn speed? What? There's so much to learn. Obviously.
Learn everything. Learn everything. Because that's what makes champions. And he's got game point now. Liang. It's almost as if Harimoto takes 2 steps forward and Liang takes 3.
Harimoto gave away the point. And now it is 2-all. The match is going towards decider.
Yes, this has been quite an intense match. Just when you think that Harimoto is dominating, you've got Liang fighting back. Wang how. Now this is a little bit more animated than usual, but you would definitely give him those golden words of advice. Looking at this graphic that we have for you, another Stupa graphic here, could see some AI as well. The serves by Liang Jingkun in this particular game, that was game number 4.
Absolutely. So the whole strategy for Liang Jingkun, I can tell the audience, is that he's trying to keep a lot more balls in the center of the table, which is the middle side, and keeping the suspense. He is leaving some of the room for shorter and longer serve, so that he can confuse Harimoto which way the next serve would come. So much of brilliance here, so much of tactics, so much of power. Now, Warriors are getting ready for decider. I can see in the VVIP box, people, dignitaries are taking the selfie of these two warriors there. What a moment to watch out for. What a beautiful. Liang Jingkun to serve. Harimoto to receive. Gave away that point. Gifted. Testing the height again.
Backhand of Harimoto is the winner yet again. I can keep marveling at that backhand because there is solidity, there is flair, and there is that power there as well.
Harimoto plays it all onto the floor and missed out. Bit of a cheer up by the audience, and I can see one more point.
From a Japanese perspective, perhaps they are the ones who would be really hoping that this match goes their way, because Harimoto is their torchbearer.
At this point, he literally snatched the point from the hands of Liang Jingkun. You can see what you can't see on the camera right now. I would love to define this moment for India. Just behind Harimoto in the stands, Chinese coach and Harimoto's father both are almost sitting together with one chair difference, cheering and pumping each other. They are not just cheering the warrior, they are cheering the country. His father is saying something, shouting from there. Liang Jingkun is down by 2 points. Harimoto to serve.
Oh well, this time it took the under edge and onto his own side.
Since the start of this rally, Harimoto was not in position. For a second, we thought that he has got the control, but he lost it again.
Oh, this is truly amazing. You know, it is one of the most engaging contests that you have seen here in Bhubaneswar. The table tennis fraternity has truly been blessed that the semi-final is producing such a high octane encounter.
With that lethal backhand, full follow-up with a forehand shot. Harimoto losing on to that 3 points in a row. Liang Jingkun, the quiet warrior there.
Yeah, he was actually up 4-2 and then he lost 3 in a row. That's what, as I said earlier during the previous game, Harimoto gets 2 steps forward, Liang comes 3 steps. Onto the net, a change of pace in the serve, and Harimoto was leaning forward with the forehand, trying to get it across the net. Now it's 4 points in a row for Liang.
Liang Jingkun is absolutely on top of the game. But Harimoto taking away that point. Liang Jingkun serves. Suddenly the patterns have changed.
The backhand shot win percentage, Liang Jingkun 83% and Harimoto at 75. This is a contest between two backhands. And this time, it's the backhand of Harimoto that has helped him earn that point and equalize at 6-all. No timeouts remaining. The players are out there on their own. They've got to do their own thinking. They've got to do their own planning. And now the backhand shot wins have changed. Harimoto is now up to 80%.
By Harimoto. It was quite a winner there. Liang Jin-kun, for a moment, the ball touched the net, but Harimoto well covered the ground there.
And the backhand shot win percentage now Harimoto level with Liang, 83%, both of them.
Bit of a change brought in the toss spin by Harimoto. If you see, he just waited for the ball and did a shot spin there. Liang Jin-kun lost the rhythm onto that ball.
We often say that if he takes 2 steps forward, Liang takes 3. Now is he going to come back? Will he get that point? That is the first step.
Harimoto wanted to slow down to that ball, but well returned by Liang Jin-kun. Quite a footwork.
Another point, and that's an equalizer. Again now. As Harimoto went 2 points forward, Liang has equalized. Is he going to take one more to make that 3 steps forward? Because this is a pattern that we've seen right through this encounter. No, it's going to be Harimoto who's going to get that point. Again, another fast and pacey rally. Backhand shot wins. Now Liang has dropped down to 75%. Harimoto is up at 88.
Backhand shot spins as Stupa score. Harimoto 88%, leading by a few more percentages there compared to Johnson. And with this backhand, Harimoto has got 2 match points.
Yes, a match point, and to get Japan rolling here with a win. Harimoto Tomakazu up at 89% in terms of backhand shot wins. Now, Harimoto has got the chance, or does Liang have it in him to take it towards another deuce? Harimoto serves. That takes the top of the net. Liang alive, only 1 point behind.
A bit of a change brought in by Harimoto. Gets the match for his nation. It was a total work. Signature move by Harimoto. What a change, sudden change brought in by him. Reverse pendulum, cut service. Absolutely taken a surprise.
This has been an exhibition of great table tennis. The world number 4, Harimoto Tomakazu, has truly set the tone for Japan in this semi-final against China. Having a look at the graphic map, here it is, the kind of winners that he delivered. It went into the 5th game. 52% were around the half length, 46% were long, only a couple of them were short. But as you would expect from Harimoto, the backhands were right on the money. Looking at the match rallies, you can see the 25 points won on short rallies there by Liang Jin-kun versus 20 by Harimoto. On medium rallies, it's 12-9, and the longer rallies, now that's where possibly it made the difference. It's 10-7. These stats brought to you by Stupa Sports Analytics. And yeah, we have been truly treated to a magnificent display of table tennis. What more do you want? Japan have taken a 1-0 lead. Now it's over to the next set of matches, but the first one is going to be Sora Matsushima of Japan taking on Wang Chuqin. Wang Chuqin is of course the world number one. As the players warm up, just to set the context, now Wang Chuqin against Sora Matsushima. Sora Matsushima is only 18 years old, but this 18-year-old in front of you, who's a left-hander, is facing a stern test as the 25-year-old world number one Wang Chuqin is before him. They've faced each other 3 times before this, and the last time and the most recent time was during the recent China Smash, and Wang Chuqin was victorious 4-1. It is going to be a great game, we hope, and just the match that we witness right now with Harimoto and Liang, just to live up to that standard, wow, it's going to be difficult, but we can still expect it, isn't it, Sachin? What are your expectations of this match as someone who's followed table tennis over the years? If you can just illustrate that for not only me but for our viewers as well.
Definitely, I would want Sora to put up a good show here. Something magical. The way Farazi has been in this tournament. So it's quite a task for Sora, certainly, when you are facing semi-final. It's a very, very serious business for China. But if Sora can do a magic of getting this match from Wang Chuqin, then it will be quite a big thing for his career and stats. Because yes, stats matters a lot, but sometimes certain matches become far more defining moment for the career. And this is a big game again for Wang Chuqin, as he has to get 1 point for his team.
And also, tell me a little bit about this. We've seen this before in this competition, but left-hander versus left-hander, how different is this?
How different is this? I need to think of it with Rally.
It was too quick.
It was quite a start.
Yeah, now maybe you can tell me.
I guess it's going to be a specifically these two lefties. It's going to be speed and twist and turn will be the defining moment, because both the services, or specifically of Wang Chuqin, are almost so close to the net. It's difficult to receive, and with the power strokes from both the ends, it's going to be very, very difficult.
But say a right-hander facing left-hander, of course, that's a challenge for the right-hander. Oh, what a shot.
That was a bullet into the body of Matsushima. Well saved, but Wang Chuqin came back with another bout onto his team forehand there.
We can see some patterns already, forehand to backhand. Now it's currently backhand to backhand, and Wang taking a slender lead at 3-2. So yes, it's so different now. Left-hander was left-hander. Oh, he went for that big booming forehand, but missed it.
Well, look at the kind of energy both the players are putting in. It's just 3-all, first game. All we have seen in such high-level tournament that generally players warm up. Sometimes somebody receives the serve, miss the serve, sometimes forehand.
And that was a point that Tora Matsushima truly deserved. He was on the attack and really made Wang struggle for that. But that rally lasted 10 shots. Oh, no chance of a rally there. It was an open corner. Matsushima was going one way and Wang saw that and then put it there.
Wang team getting one more point to China.
Yeah, it's a bit neck and neck approach. Oh, what a shot! That forehand, just the way that he hit it and that swivel when he did that.
That's a cracker of a forehand. There was no way. One more point for China. It's 7-4 now. Wang Chuqin doing the job that he is supposed to do.
Well, the best man for the job.
8-4. Tora clearly inexperienced to receive that service. And that is why world number one, our world number one, they can read the mind, they know the pattern.
Wow! He was caught up the shot. It was backhand to backhand, then backhand to forehand, and ultimately Matsushima with the winner, and he gets that. Now, as a left-hander, if you can just focus on the fact that don't get too many left-handers to practice against, how do you prepare? 2 points in a row.
I am just wondering. It was a beautiful placement of the service by Tora, but it was such a short receive done by Wang Chuqin. What a class! What a class! Yet Wang to serve 8-6.
What a hit. It's a forehand dominated match. You can see the forehand winners from both sides. The previous match we saw both were backhand dominated. Now a contrast in styles with the two left-handers coming out.
I would still say that Sora has a pretty good backhand as compared to Wang. But look at the forehand, the way he plays. He turned around and hits a bullet. He goes onto the forehand, he hits a bullet. Such a strong forehand Wang Chuqin has. Sora to serve.
Or just climbed on him. I was surprised by the way it was rising, and now it's going to be a game point there, Sachin.
A beautiful strawberry by Wang Chuqin. Oh, it was a beautiful chop block by Sora. Wang played the mind game there with that short toss spin. But Sora was so beautiful. Such a swift chop block there. Now Wang to serve 2 game points.
Yes, he still has the game point. May have been momentarily stopped. Let's serve. Hits the net, and Wang Chuqin has won the first game, the world number one, doing what is expected of him. Wang Hao is of course banking on him so that China can draw level overall against Japan. So after the first game in the second match of this semi-final, it is the world number one leading 1-0.
Absolutely. Such a delight to see the first game and the way Wang Chuqin celebrated. Obviously, it's a celebration for his country, for his nation there.
So Sachin, now that we have a bit of a breather, if we can further discuss that point. See, left-handers are anyway a rare quantity in the world of table tennis, but as a left-hander, you yourself do not get players to practice against, right? So when you're facing a left-hander yourself, is it more difficult, say, to adjust when compared to a right-hander? Maybe a basic question, but if you can throw light on this aspect.
Do you know, finding left-handers, like I would bring an analogy here, how difficult it is to find a ruby. That's how difficult it is to find the good lefty players. And certainly, and in such nations where there's the culture of table tennis, yes, lefties are available in a less portion there, but you got to find out, you got to train them, and you got to put for a nation. And something what Wang Chuchin is doing this time, right into the body. Tora couldn't move there.
Yes, he had no chance. It came to him like a tracer bullet, to be honest. A forehand dominated match, all right, and we got to see that forehand again. Now, obviously, again in the first phase of this game, both the winners coming off both forehands.
Wang Chuchin a bit confused with this spin. Suddenly the ball came onto his body. Sora 2-1. Bit of a change in service by brought in Sora. Beautiful. Now he's playing mind game with Wang Chuchin, world number 1 on screen. Wang to serve. Oh, that was quite a block deep into the backhand. Both the players know each other. But they both have a very heavy loaded forehand. Unlike the last game with backhand dominated, they got to put them deep in the backhand there.
Oh, Matsushima. Now, he was actually backing his backhand over there. But talking about Wang Chuchin now, for the first time, facing this kind of deficit in this match. And that deficit grows bigger. We were talking about forehand winners, but unfortunately for Wang, he has landed that right into the net.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, it was a beautiful backhand by Sora. Well defended. Lost the rhythm. Wang Chuchin certainly getting the taste of his own medicine here with that power forehands by Sora. Much more younger to him. That was a heavy duty forehand packed up by the heavy duty forehand by Sora. Must have given good amount of confidence.
I like the term heavy duty over there because, in fact, if anything, this whole match is heavy duty because it's got the stars, a galaxy actually here at the Kalinga Stadium. Get one more point there as Matsushima hits the net. But Wang Chuchin is seen obviously as a successor to the greats like Ma Long and Fan Zhendong. And he's obviously played with them, won the team event at the Olympics alongside them. Matsushima hits that out wide.
Again, Sora wanted to power the backhand with much more power, missing onto the rhythm, making the score 7-4. You can hear the roar, the effort that Sora is making. He knows that he's leading. He knows that he has already lost 3 matches earlier, but doesn't matter. Today he is a challenger, challenging the status quo of world number 1, Wang Chuchin.
This time it was forehand to backhand, and ultimately you have been praising Matsushima's backhand. That was effective there as Matsushima moves to 9-4. This is quite a lead in the second game.
Oh, that was a change in receive. It's an intelligent move, not just fierce, but intelligence at play.
Now here's a chance for him to equalize. He equalizes. He equalizes. They are now One apiece against the world number one. Matsushima has turned it on in the second game. 11-4, won by a fair margin there, Sachin. Did you expect that? I thought it would have been closer if he's going to win a game against Wang Chuqin.
Well, I guess in this particular game, Sora looks like that he's going to defeat Wang Chuqin after some of the initial points. Wang Chuqin started waving that he is not being able to see the ball clearly. Something is happening down there, and the way Sora charged him with that speedy forehand, speedy backhand, Wang Chuqin had no defense there.
Yes, Wang Hao now knows that China are being tested, well and truly tested.
And looks like that Japan has a knack. While you have players like Wang Chuqin, who's the world number one right now, Japan has a knack of producing young players. Harimoto started defeating the biggest of the biggest Chinese player much earlier. Sora doing a fair amount of job.
Sora Matsushima had played, in fact, a 5-gamer in the quarterfinal, Sachin. That was against Republic of Korea, against Cho Dae-song actually, and Sora Matsushima emerged victorious 14-12, 10-12, 4-11. So he was down after 3 games 2-1, and then he bounced back 11-8, 11-4.
Sora continuing with this rhythm. Wang Chuqin looking at his teammates and the coach. There's something wrong.
Well, not for very long. That forehand was absolutely right. In fact, it was more than right.
Sora knew that he has lost the rhythm. He was trying his luck with that wave. Oh, that's quite a heavy loaded, tight cut pendulum service into the body. Wang is using his experience to come up.
Oh, he was back. He was trying to defend. And ultimately, Matsushima's aggression triumphs so that he levels at 2 apiece. It had taken the net and Wang Chuqin responded, but he lobbed it over the table. Taking the lead yet again, Sora Matsushima into the net. Challenging Wang, the world number one, to go for his forehand, but then he hits the net on that one.
Again, Wang Chuqin hit the bullet onto the body. Whenever he gets a short ball, he knows that Matsushima can actually come back with his forehand, so he doesn't take a risk there. Puts the ball in the center. So much of grunt for this 1 point. With that, this point score is 5-3. Sora is really challenging Wang Chuqin in the team event.
Oh yes, it's quite a challenge that has been thrown towards the world number one. Changes the pace with the serve, and that's gone off the net and out.
Sora, for the first time in this match, surprised Wang Chuqin with that reverse pendulum serve.
Yes, it was a different one. But this time though, Wang Chuqin manages to get one back now, and the serve is in his corner.
Wang Chuqin 4-6. Momentum with Japan.
That was decisive by Wang Chuqin. You could see him putting in all his energy and power, and although Matsushima was blocking, well, it was hit a little too hard.
From the look of it, looks like Sora was absolutely in control of Wang Chuqin's forehand. Oh, he blocked 3 backhand. But this time he wanted to finish off in style with the forehand, missing on to that length, taking Wang Chuqin to 6 all.
And are they going to go for a timeout by any chance? No, just taking a bit of a towel break. I would think that now could have been an ideal timeline for a timeout. He gets that point. It was a sequence of 3 consecutive points for Wang, and that's been broken right now.
Unlike Wang Chuqin, Sora brings lot more variation with the spin. You can see again a reverse pendulum serve. He knew Wang is going to open up and will finish off with the powerful forehand. Missed out again. It's 7 all.
The interesting part is that Harimoto, I saw him just taking his back and walk away, may have just gone down to cool down a little bit, because he's got to play the 4th match, of course,
Sora,
if it comes to that. What happened there? He wanted to go for the forehand, missed it completely, and gradually one just gets the sense that Sora is feeling a lot more confident there, Sachin.
Yes, absolutely. And with that confidence, I would definitely, with so much of confidence in grunt there, I would really wonder what the audience would be thinking. Sora or Wang? And Sora has 3 game points right now.
Now 2 game points, but yeah, it's been some sort of a test here for Wang.
Bit of a hurry. If Sora loses a point, you could expect a timeout here.
I'll hold you to that. Let's see. Yes, right away. You're right, my friend. It's a good call, and it's the perfect time now to take a timeout.
Yes. What happened?
Oh, he's not. He's not. Oh,
Okay.
we gotta wait.
Okay. There's a change.
There's a change. They have opted not to go for the timeout. There was a signal earlier. And now it's a deuce. Equalizing.
What a change in that moment. I think it's a moment to be noticed.
10 all right.
Coach signaled for timeout. Wow, that forehand in the body of Wang Chuqin for the first time. He has hit that. All this while, Wang Chuqin has been hitting the forehand in the body. Wow, what a moment.
Well, if you're here at the Kalinga Stadium, you would notice that you're just watching this match. Sora has got his game point and he's done it. Japan are leading 2-1 in this second match. They are 1-0 up already. The youngster, 18-year-old Sora Matsushima, is 2-1 up against the world number 1 Wang Chuqin. Now, the champion team, the defending champions, the ones who win medals everywhere, are being asked questions. They are being challenged. This is when the champions rise to the occasion. Here's a test for China. What have you got?
Looks like quite a challenger moment here. Harimoto won over Liang Jinkun. Absolutely at the right moment when he is expected to do the job. Followed up by this young Sora writing the new script for Japan, for his nation, for his team. There's a lot more action you can expect here. Wang Chuqin reporting back on the table. We already seen have so much of different variety of game here. Different services, different placements. power attacks, forehand, backhand. What else do we have in the drawer? Let's see. Wang to serve. Wang had placed the serve perfectly. Sora was a bit deceived. But Wang Chuqin missing on to that soft receive. Wang came back with that heavy loaded forehand down the line, winning that first point, opening his account, 1-all. Sora again with a reverse pendulum serve, wanted to bring some change, missing on to that point. Could be costly. I love to see the way Sora, just being 18 years, the way he makes a space for himself. First with the backhand and then tries to convert the forehand. Unlike Wang, who more depends on to the forehand in initial part of the rallies. A beautiful block by Sora, right into the body. What do you say, Nishad, for that block he has done? It was a half chop block into the body.
I'm short of words, to be honest. It has been an incredible match right here. And you've got to say that this block, a slappy kind of a block, was truly amazing. Meanwhile, we have a timeout. And I've got to tell you this, Sachin. And you being a marketing expert definitely may agree with me. I think that the ATTU and the ITTF must adapt a tagline called "Age is no bar, age is just a number," because we have seen that convention being broken time and again in the field of table tennis.
Absolutely, age is important for the wine, but not for the warriors here. The older the wine, the better it is. The younger the player, fierce they are. And that's what Sora and as well as Farazi is demonstrating to the audience, to the young players, to the young fans, that age, we are going to defy everything. We are going to defy the experience. We are playing for the nation. We are playing for the team.
Also, now that we are at such a critical juncture, if you have to pick a winner, who would it be? Let's just put you on the spot here. Quickly. That one goes out. Pick one, please.
Can you repeat it? I missed out in between the rally.
I said, who do you think is going to be the winner?
Oh, that's quite a heavy loaded. You can see right now, Wang Chuqin, after taking a timeout, is turning on. The eyebrows there. This time, getting a standing ovation, difficult to predict. Sora, such a beautiful gameplay. It was such a short ball.
It's 4 apiece. Well, if you ask me, I would still back the world number 1 Wang Chuqin to bounce back. Having said that, what happened yesterday with Benjamin Farazi, anything is possible. But the momentum right now seems to have just shifted towards Wang Chuqin's corner, and he has moved up 5-4.
Wang Chuqin, this was your fastest forehand. Looks like it emerged from the anger. Sora missing on to that backhand. Missed just the pace completely. Wang Chuqin is tempting. He knows that he already has 2-1 up. You can see this is how experienced players.
$7-4 right now. You said experienced players. I just wonder, when are Japan going to go for that timeout? You didn't take it in that last game. All right, he won. But now, possibly could be one of those chances. But breaking that streak of points finally as Wang hits that out. Tell me about it. Now, when do you expect that Japan would go for the timeout? They had cancelled one already.
I guess the closer he gets to the Wang, I could expect in this particular game. Right now, Sora has to first cover up the lead and then gain some momentum over Wang. Now this time, for the first time, I can tell you, the coach of Chinese national team gave a standing ovation. He knows that Wang needs that support.
He's just raising his spirits a little bit. But at the moment, raising the flag for Japan is Sora Matsushima. He has leveled. It looked like Wang was on the prowl. But Sora Matsushima is trying to be the hunter that would arrest him.
Bit of a hurry here. Wang Chuqin, for the first time in the match, you can see the roar from him. That how are you questioning my dominance? A beautiful wing block by Sora. Wang taking a Wang to surprise. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What twists and turns. 8-all. Sora with 2-1 lead.
Oh,
What a powerful forehand.
extremely powerful, but then Sora also tried to, give a riposte of his own.
Okay. I would want to see what umpires are going to do. Expected yellow card. Sora was not happy. Certainly, you cannot break the discipline and decorum. Table tennis is bigger than the play. Sora just thumbed the table. You cannot do that. All the viewers and the fans who are watching right now, not allowed. Game is bigger. That's what the umpires are calling it out. Whatever the rank is, doesn't matter.
Both the Japanese players receiving yellow cards. And this time, just a bit of a breather for Sora as that ball lobs off the net and goes out. So even Tomakazu had got a yellow card. Now, at 9-10, Sora is going to serve.
Wang Chuqin, hold this game out of Sora. Sora looks disappointed. He knows that he is a challenger. He had the lead. He beautifully came up.
Yeah, the young man is disappointed. But now, once again, it's set up for an incredible finale. And we are moving into a fifth game here in the second match. Oh,
I guess we also have to catch our breath. What a display of power here. The sheer power. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the world rankers, dictators, trendsetters.
the leaders.
I'm still wondering, is Harimoto, after that heated up match, is he taking an ice bath there? Certainly you can see Sora using that ice on his shoulders, carrying the expectation of his nation, of his team. Can he do it? The time will tell. Sora requesting umpires to clean the table.
Oh, we've got our breath back. And now we are ready to be enthralled again. Sora starts off well.
To a little bit of a surprise.
What was the surprise exactly?
The long serve on the forehand.
But then, talk about forehand, and Wang Chuqin is right back in with those thunderous doubles, I would say.
Sora won't believe that Wang is going to play a lot more backhand there, but this time Wang turned around. 1-all. If you see right now, Wang is not being careless at all, while Sora knows that I have to use all my power. But Wang is trying to get slowly inside the match, and he's not using power yet. He's using more mind and placement.
It's often that in these critical circumstances, the class of a player, even if marginally ahead, makes the difference. The temperament as well. But what a winner! What a winner there by Sora Matsushima.
But that was a missile he just blocked. With his anti-missile block he had. It's 2-all.
It's 2-all now. He misses. Wang trying to shape up and play a forehand, but it was a little too close to his body perhaps. That has gone out. Matsushima at 3-2. This time, Matsushima misses the forehand.
Now. Sora. Again, no. I was expecting
A timeout?
maybe a timeout there.
Maybe you and I need a timeout through all this.
3-all. Wang to serve. Sora with that roar there after winning a precious point. 4-all. It's still first half of the decider game.
Every point being celebrated here. Whenever Sora gets a point, he looks back at his bench, and also the Japanese contingent that's present in the VIP stand. They too get off their chairs. They will get off their chairs again for that one.
Wang Chukin is surprised there. He threw a long service, a long cut loose in the center. Sora came back with a beautiful spinny backhand. Ball just took a deep.
Now, change of sides there because we've already reached the 5-point mark. It's a net serve. Whew. I still think there's more fire in this contest. Well, at the moment, there's one man firing, and that's Sora.
Has Sora committed to his coach that I'm going to win over Wang without a timeout there?
Forget the timeout. If this is happening, why would you want to take a timeout? Surprised him over there with the serve, didn't he?
Sora Matsushima, you are just setting the stage on fire. Thank you for this great entertaining show that you are putting up here. Wang just lean onto that short ball, making no mistake.
China really being tested here, really being tested. The champion team, the leaders of the table tennis world, and he misses the forehand. Oh my gosh, what are we seeing here? Is the world number one going to go down to a promising youngster from Japan? Wang Chukin is still a picture of calm. Misses the forehand. Misses the forehand and grimaces. Just grimaces. And finally, yes, he's going to take the timeout now, Sachin.
Yes, absolutely. Sora showing such maturity here. Sometimes what happens is that player knows what is he doing. You can see so much of he's tired, he's exhausted, with so much of explosion. He's shaking his hand. He knows that he's giving everything what he has got. Sipping cold water.
It's like that last mile of the marathon. Last mile of the marathon. It's the toughest one that you run. You may have gone through the entire race, 90% of it, but then that last mile is always one that will test you the most, because it not only tests your skill, but it tests your endurance physically and mentally. Wang Hao this time. He's only got one bottle in his hand. The last time he had two of them.
No,
during one of the-
this time he has a bigger bottle.
Yeah, last time he had two of them as if to balance those weights and, just giving a bit of advice to his trainees there. But now we are back. This is now it. Because this is the final passage of play. No stoppages.
Wang is servicing to defend his status here. I can see the audience. They're absolutely onto the toes.
The Japanese contingent is yet again on its feet. 2 points away. 2 points away, Sachin.
Yes.
Wang Chuchin holding on, holding on. Well, even for the neutral, at least for me, my heart is beating faster. You don't know what's going to happen. It's gone out, and it's going to be match point.
3 match point. Sora has.
Sora plus 999. It is unmatched, absolutely unmatched. The youngster from Japan has triumphed against the world number 1, and Japan have gone 2-0 up against China in the semi-final of the Asian Table Tennis Team Championship in a match that will be remembered. Sachin, have you got your breath back?
Absolutely, I am loving the way Sora quietly stole this show from Wang Chuchin, and I would say that he justified the age completely. Audience is loving the young kid there from Japan challenging the status, and now we have Stupa stats.
Yes, have a look at those. These are winners put in by Sora Matsushima through this match, throughout this match. Read this and tell our viewers about it.
You could see that he is hitting a lot more winners into the in the center as well as to the extreme backhand. Certainly this strategy is being used because he has explosive backhand as well as the forehand, challenging, absolutely making Wang Chuchin taken a surprise, not being able to move much about it. So that's a simple strategy, push him to the backhand. Now coming up the third match. After that explosion, certainly there's a little more silence in the
Yes.
Chinese corner there.
In fact, I can feel the silence here in the entire stadium. It's just gone a little bit quiet after that exciting round. Japan have gone 2-0 up. But now, Sachin, Lin Shidong is going to play. Remember, he lost yesterday to Farazi. Maybe if you can put early pressure on him, shake his confidence, who knows? Who knows?
What I would definitely say is that there's a big job over here by that Lin Shidong has to do. Because if he loses, it will be quite a defeat by margin. Another lefty from Japan. There's a bit of a change in order here. A surprising lefty has been brought in for Lin Shidong. Sora has done a big damage to the Chinese squad by taking on to world number 1, challenging and dominating his status quo.
Now Lin Shidong versus Shinozuka Hiroto, the 21-year-old from Japan. Sachin, would you like to take us through what's happened and where they stand in the world rankings and everything?
See, all this while, 3 times they have played, Lin Shidong versus Hiroto. Both are almost of the similar age, with matches experience is much more with Hiroto. with 387 versus 282 by Lin Shidong. Career titles 2 with Hiroto versus 8 with Lin Shidong. But there's a big of a difference here in terms of ranking. Hiroto's ranking was 31 versus Lin Shidong, which was number 2. But interestingly, they have played 3 times with each other. Every time, 100% win. There's no surprise here. Shidong with 3-0. First time 3-0 in Asian Championship Astana 2024 and WTT FIDE European Summer Series Budapest 4-3. So clearly you can see that dominance is with Shidong, but today I guess Japan is not just challenging the dominance, they are challenging the status quo of last year winners, China. The show is about to begin.
Now it's on to Lin Shidong. Lin Shidong, as someone who lost that match yesterday, so much pressure. It's not just team pressure there, but also individual pressure. It's like carrying 2 big heavy bags on each shoulder. That's off well though. That's off very well. Lin Shidong. He's got to be in that zone, Sachin. In that zone. Cut out all the noise. Block everything. Shinozuka. An explosive start to this match already. What are we in for here, Sachin?
It was quite a bazooka. Look at this. He turned around. Perfect down the line.
Hiroto Shinozuka is ranked 31 in the world. We've seen bigger things happen here.
That ripping backhand. Looks like Hiroto has mastered the art of lightning backhand and forehand.
Now, for the table tennis fans, I would also like to tell you one more thing, that if by chance now Lin Shidong wins here, this entire match, we will have a 4th one for sure, and that is one to watch out for. Tomakazu Harimoto against Wang Chuchin. Mouth-watering. I know we haven't had our dinner, but this is more mouth-watering.
Certainly, like these players can definitely go for the ice bath. We cannot. But yes, right now when it comes to the nation, both the countries are fighting tooth to nail in this powerful battle, and a tough job is being given right now to Shidong. Some of the messages that I am early getting on my WhatsApp.
Yes, please do tell us, enlighten us.
The vote is right now going in favor of Japan, but anything can happen. There's a strong contender from China is there, and Lin Shidong has already shouldered this responsibility earlier and given a victory to China. So of course, and we were talking about the pressure. We were talking about the gold medals and the other medals, other colors of Olympic, and that's what China prepares their player for. Now look at the pressure on this player Lin Shidong. He would be under significant pressure because this time China is already down by 2-0. Their status and every challenge, the status is being challenged. Now, can you imagine the pressure onto that player?
When I think about the pressure section, and I chose a career in the commentary box. We can watch all these matches, keeping our hearts aside, and we can just look at the action out there in the middle and appreciate.
Lin Shidong slowly taking the lead, 7-5. Look at the determination of Shidong. He didn't. The ball touched the edge of the table and he lifted from behind. Can you see the focus? Can you see the determination?
Shinozuka may have felt that he missed out on that occasion, but this time he gets that point in.
Hiroto to serve, 6-8.
So Hiroto had not played that last match. Now that's a good passage of play for him, gets 7. So Sachin, Hiroto had actually not played the quarterfinal. It was Shunsuke Togami who had played. And in fact, Shunsuke had beaten Oh Junsung of Korea Republic 11. In fact, he had lost, I beg your pardon, 11-7, 11-5, 11-8. So maybe they made that change, hoping that the third game there will be someone who might add in a different dimension as he now equalizes.
Good comeback by Hiroto here. Led service. Hiroto gave deep into the backhand. Shidong came back with a heavy duty backhand spin shot, getting away with this point. 9-8. Shidong definitely would want to keep Japan under pressure by winning first game, but Hiroto quietly making a space for himself came back with that lightning forehand in the center, certainly taking away the point. 9-all. He knows that he has a service. Can he do the magic? Can he bring some surprise?
It's a day of surprises by the looks of things, so you can never write them off. Well, he's going to now move to game point, Sachin.
Yes.
Now what do you expect? Now put yourself in Shinozuka's shoes. What are you thinking? How are you going to plan that serve?
The shoe size is much smaller of Hiroto. I checked it. He wears the 8 size and I wear 10. Okay, there. Load the game.
Off the net though, and now it's a use yet again. 10 apiece, 10 all. Lin will get that. So, as we begin, serves alternate right now once we go past the 10-point mark, just as a reminder for our viewers. Lin is now on game point.
Hiroto literally did a somersault for that powerful backhand, bit unlucky. Defending the match point, game point right now. Shidong gave back a powerful backhand, well blocked by Hiroto. Missing onto the top spin, it's 11-all.
Well, compared to his teammates, Shinozuka seems to have a much calmer disposition in terms of his celebrations. There are no theatrics. That was undefendable, to be honest. It was hit, and it was hit hard by Lin over there. And he's got another game point now. Sachin, what are you going to serve? If you're right there.
So again, if I'm going to serve, first of all, I have to literally go back 20 years back. Well ball.
Yeah, golden time. It was your youth, my childhood.
Shidong to serve. The match, the rally is becoming powerful and getting longer. Oh, that's a beautiful block by Shidong, but couldn't defend that point. That forehand was deep in the body.
And
Now,
yes, and now he's got the game point. All the while, it was Lin getting those game points after the 10-point mark.
can he put the pressure? Can expect some surprise. Yes, Hiroto did the job that Japan wants him to do. The dependable here got the game here, the first game. That actually puts the Japan onto a strong footing here. Wang on screen, explaining what is he doing.
Is there a bit of panic there? A little bit of panic. When was the last time that they were really tested like this?
I can only understand one thing, that why are you giving soft slice? Why don't you slice when you're giving him, give him a deep slice there?
Here at the Kalinga Stadium, the stars of the table tennis world have descended. We got going on October 11th.
Yes, it's October 11, and let me tell you, on the other side, Indian team is playing for their position matches, women team, Yashashwini Ghurpade. But right now, certainly all eyes are on table number 1, where the status of dictator is being challenged by Japan. Hiroto to serve.
He set that out, and Lin, just a little bit animated as we begin that game, gets that first point. Look at that rally, and ultimately it's Shinozuka who fails to get it past the net. It bounced onto his own side, and that last rally lasted 12 shots. Artificial intelligence at its best from Stupa while trying to count that. And here early in this match, Lin, or rather this game, Lin has taken the advantage. Moves up to 4-love. Lin has just come out with a different mindset. Just wants to be aggressive, get that initiative back towards the Chinese. And that's again a mark of how determined he is. He tried to smash that, but then it just went a little bit long. Hit that very hard, giving Shinozuka his first point. Shinozuka mustn't get under pressure. Of course, he's up against someone who has dominated him in the past. Their most recent encounter was during the ITTF ATTU Asian Cup in Shenyang earlier this year. Lin Shidong had won that 3-love. And this lead is growing now, Sachin. He has moved up to 6-1. So the response so far has been formidable from Lin. But he hits that one out wide.
Yes, absolutely. Bit of a dominance here by China, and for the first time I would see that China seems to be in a little dominating position. Both the players of Japan completely defended the fort, not allowed China to breathe at all.
Yes, in comparison, if you actually look at the rankings as well, in the rankings, Shinozuka down at number 31 according to the latest placements. Coming into this tournament, he was at number 28. So after the latest update, he's gone down 3 places. So there will be a difference, of course, because the players who came earlier, the Japanese players, much higher ranked, like Sora Matsushima is up at 16 and Harimoto is 4th.
Completely dominating in this particular game, giving absolute no room of confidence to Hiroto with any of his power forehand shots.
It's a let's serve. And it's a big deficit here. Lin is poised to win this game and equalize. As easy as they come for Lin, he has equalized. Is this the beginning of a Chinese resurgence here in the semi-final of the Asian Table Tennis Team Championship?
A bit of a quiet discussion in Japan's corner, unlike China's. Then Wang Hao from the screen, I can tell you that yes, you can see the lot more guidance, animated guidance there.
Even to watch this match actually can be energy sapping, so one might just imagine what it is like out there in the middle, when of course there's the weight of expectations, not just the expectations of your fans, your supporters, but your own expectations above anything else. And also the motivation and the urge to prove yourself.
Lin completely dominating, devastating from the point one, getting the first point for China.
Oh, made a mistake on the serve there. Gifted a point. He wasn't very generous during that previous game. At some point, Shinozuka will also feel the pressure. It's also because of the standard set by his teammates earlier and the urge to live up to it. That shot certainly lived up to that standard.
Yes, Hiroto has been waiting for the chance to again show a lot more power. This time 2-all, Lin to serve. So that was quite far from the table, landed to a different zip code of Bhubaneswar.
Maybe it was landing in Cuttack. Gone off the net and out wide. Lin gradually imposing himself in this match. Remember, if we go all the way, this is the only match we are going to get to see Lin Shidong. Because if this goes into 5 games, 5 matches that is, then the Chinese players slated to play are Wang Chuqin and Liang Jingkun.
Absolutely. Hiroto has a tough task to do because he knows that if he doesn't get this, anything can happen.
And Hiroto just maybe losing the initiative here. Lin Shidong being quite aggressive and also decisive. That service very well placed, made Shinozuka stretch a little bit. He tried to put it across, but that's gone wide. Onto his own net, and Lin exults. Maybe, just maybe feels that he's coming back. That shot, in fact that rally lasted 11 shots.
Yes, absolutely. Lin is doing a brilliant job down there in the middle. Hiroto a bit out of rhythm. Missing on to that power backhand again, giving one more point to Shidong.
Yes, and it's not just about the fact that Lin has played well, but Shinozuka has also committed those errors, hasn't he?
Absolutely, right now he has been committing can see you can hear the grunt. The way Shidong is putting all his energy down there, he is not allowing him to get even a single game.
Yes, and over there wasn't much that Shinozuka could have done because it went past him like a rocket. Now up to 9 points.
Oh, that's beautiful block by Lin Shidong there.
Yeah, what a block. What a block. And now he's got a chance to go 2-1 up. Lin Shidong hits that out. Still a long deficit though for Shinozuka to attempt a comeback.
Sheer dominance by Shidong. 6 game points.
Again, loses another game point though, but still he's got a 5-point cushion. This time, it's done for Lin. He has gone 2-1 up. This was also convincing, 11-5. So after losing the first game, 14-12, Lin Shidong doing what he does best with 11-2 and 11-5. Sachin, now Wang Hao having a discussion with Lin, and this is possibly one of those discussions where he feels that maybe now is the time that we can really put our foot through the door.
Yes, certainly. Wang Hao is maybe looks like he's asking Shidong to push him out to the deep forehand there. Don't allow Hiroto to use that power attacks. Don't give him any opportunity. Push him, press him with your power backhands onto forehand. China standing there tall to defend their position. Hiroto. To serve.
Starts off very well. He is trying to rally a march from China into the final. The hurdle before them is this spirited Japanese unit. Once more, he misses the table and the celebration gets louder. Wang Hao has mentored so many champion Chinese players. One of them, of course, one celebrated all around the globe. Fan Zedong. Fan Zedong, of course, a former world #1, an Olympic gold medalist. Made everybody proud in China. Now, just focusing on Lin as we take that time out now. It's an apt time to take a timeout here from Japan. So Sachin, if you have to look back, you see a Lin Shidong here, just the way that he's playing, and a man called Fan Zhendong. How do you look at their styles? Do you see something similar? Be it anything?
You mean Fan Xingdong has a, I would say his forehand style as well as the backhand style both has a equal power. In fact, Fan Xingdong's backhand is so spinny as well as so much of power that the way he makes a room for attacking, converting the attack is commendable. I guess if he would have been in this tournament, maybe in place of Liang Jinken, China would have been in a different position altogether, because handling his backhand spin, speed, power as well as forehand is not easy, and you can throw him in any corner of the table. He has a power to come back from and put the ball on table.
And of course, you look back at the legacy of the likes of Fan Zhendong and Ma Long. Ma Long, obviously the greatest of all time, having won 2 consecutive Olympic golds. A good start post the timeout for Shinozuka attacking Lin there on his backhand. Gets his first point in this fourth game. Misses on the serve. Oh, it's off the net, sorry. It's 4-2 now. A towel break. The only other match that is going on is on table number 3, and it's for the 7th and 8th position. India and Hong Kong, China are deadlocked at 2-2, and it's now gone into the fifth match with Swastika Ghosh taking on Su Bistung.
It's for the first time right now into the stadium I am hearing less cheer for India, not because they are not supporting them, but yes, such a power match is going on between Japan and China.
Yeah, all eyes are on table number 1, the center court, if I may say.
Lin Shidong doing a phenomenal job here, quietly taking away, or rather I would say stealing the show quietly from Hiroto. Oh, he catched the ball. He caught it. He was like a jaunty road in the middle of the table. Just got that ball in his hand.
Well, for the unversed viewers joining us from around the globe, that is a reference to the sport of cricket, where a lot of actions involve catching the ball, and Jaunty Rhodes was one of the finest in terms of doing that. Shinozuka just holding on. Although you may sense that the margin of, the points is just 1, and okay, there's a timeout now. Another timeout, this time from the Chinese side of things.
Bit of a breather here for the players. Last finishing touches by Wang Hao.
Shinozuka just getting a little bit of mentorship and tips from his coach and teammates. Still don't see Harimoto Tomakazu over there. Tomakazu, they have just gone to cool down a touch.
Calm before the storm.
A pause actually. The match has been a storm completely. Oh, timeout proving effective there for Japan as Shinozuka draws level here in this fourth game.
That was a pretty quick backhand, deep backhand of Hiroto.
But Lin still manages to steal that point and moves up 7-6. All Wang Hao must have told him that just close out this encounter. Just close it out. Take it 3-1. Don't let it go into the fifth game.
Oh,
If Shinozuka is going to play like that, then there's a very good possibility that we are going into a fifth game.
Bit of a misjudgment by Shidong. Very unlikely you see that such higher ranked players makes a mistake of on the serve receive. Practice a lot.
He's placed that well, and that's gone past Shinozuka, who didn't have the time to outstretch his hand and then return it. 8-7. What do you think, Sachin? Are we heading into a fifth game? Only 2 points away now from winning this contest here, Lin Shidong. He could be the man who would turn the ship around for China, or at least pivot it a little bit. Shinozuka still holding on. Still holding on. May just be a step behind, but he is just trying to keep pace here with Lin Shidong. It's 9 all. 9 all. Okay, now you answer my question. Are we going into a fifth one? Ooh is not the answer. Come on. Tell me.
Let me watch this point.
Well, he's got a game point now. Now you tell me.
A lot depend upon the receive that Hiroto will do for this particular one. And look at this. Shidong surprised him with the long, deep service into the backhand. Looks that shows the confidence there into the middle.
Yes, now Shinozuka serves.
Almost a similar strategy applied by Hiroto. Tit for tat. Long services to each other. This time Shidong is completely taken aback and a surprise. Taking away that point. Game point for Hiroto. This time, Hiroto turn around with that power shot, taking to the next game now. Decider. That's quite a shot. Hiroto did a commendable job here. At some point of time, it looked like that Shidong was in complete control over this game. China's squad is returning to the table. We could see Liang Jingken moving back.
Oh my word. This has been a sparkling display by the Japanese unit. Hiroto Shinozuka, after those 2 games in the middle, you would have thought that he has lost steam because Lin Shidong bounced back to win them 11-2, 11-5. But then he pulled out every ounce of energy from his tank and then produced a result 12-10 to take this into the 5th game. China in danger. China in real danger. It's Japan who are threatening their status as the champions of Asia. Both players now summoned towards the table tennis table. It's going to be Lin Shidong to serve to start things off in this important 5th game. Starts off well. Starts off very well.
Lin Shidong gave everything what he had for this shot. Look at the way he rotated his wrist and the hand with so much of power, absolute sheer dominance.
Yes, you're right. Sheer dominance. Shinozuka with his serve. What's he got?
this point. Go on for this point. What a rally. What a rally. Shidong from behind. Tried to convert the backhand to the forehand. But absolute sheer. It's a 21 firecracker rally. Let me say it again. It's a firecracker rally of 21 shots. Super score on your screen.
21 shot long, and this is how intense this match is. Lin manages to get a point there. Tried to go for it, but misses. Now it's Lin Shidong who's made the error. Gives another point. A towel break. Both the teams are done with their timeouts. Unlike the previous match, Sachin, where Sora Matsushima waited right until the 5th game to use his timeout, we aren't going to have any of those provisions here.
Oh, Hiroto. That receive was onto the body.
Yeah, but it hit the net also along the way, so he just put his hand up as well there, Lin Shidong.
Yes, absolutely. That's a lucky point out there. And China certainly needs this kind of a luck, because we have seen Sora had got a lot of lucky points on a critical juncture there.
That's a good response.
Getting one more point here. Slowly trying to close onto that gap. But still very far. In such critical matches, every point takes a lot of energy. But again, 4-5 quietly. I'm just wondering, the way Hiroto is coming back, can he be the hero, the Hiroto of the match?
Oh, at the moment, Lin wants to be the hero for his team. All he has to do is win this game, then leave it to Wang Chuqin and Liang Jinkun. It's a good serve there, moves up to 5-7, but the serve has now gone back to Lin, so it's going to be Lin to serve.
Yes, it was a quite an intelligent service that shows that Hiroto's sheer perseverance. He knows that Japan is already leading by 2 points. Can he do it? It's 8-5. Hiroto missing out to that spinny backhand. Response by Lin Shidong.
Oh, just made him draw forward. Drew him forward rather. So Shinozuka, while Lin Shidong has got the lead, Shinozuka still holding on. Come on, it's gone a little bit quiet here. I don't know why. Maybe it's just everyone's so focused on table number 1. What a return! It was blocked by Lin Shidong. It was an empty corner. And there was no way that Shinozuka was going to move that far and then attempt a return.
You can see that now Lin Shidong is fighting for his nation.
And that's going to be match point for Lin Shidong to take us forward.
Lin Shidong lifted the emotions in the Chinese corner there. You can see in the Chinese corner, standing ovation by Wang Hao. What a game, what a perseverance. At some point of time, it looked like that Shidong is going to get 3-0, but no way. Hiroto fought back. But again, Shidong defended the Great Wall of China there.
Well, we are now going to go into a bit of a delay, I think. Just trying to look around and see whether Tomokazu has made his way out. I don't see him anywhere. There's Wang Chuqin. He seems to be ready. Where's Tomokazu? That is the question. Even the Japanese bench, they are looking towards the tunnel. There he is. I can see him from my spot here in the commentary box. He has just returned to the arena. Just a bit of a change of a t-shirt as well by the looks of things. Now it's going to be a clash that we all have waited for. Harimoto Tomokazu against Wang Chuqin. The 22-year-old rather, of Japan has truly been an icon for the sport of table tennis in his country and has also earned his name around the globe. He's ranked 4th in the world and he's going to be up against Wang Chuqin, who is world number 1. These two have faced off on 15 occasions and Wang has prevailed 12 times. However, the last time these two played each other was this year at the WTT Champions Yokohama, which is of course a home venue for Tomokazu Harimoto, and Tomokazu emerged victorious then 4-2. And for his other victories against Wang Chuqin, we have to go back to 2022 and the 2018 Youth Olympic Games in Argentina. This is a mouth-watering clash. This is a clash between the highest possible clash that you can get in this team's championship, because it's world number 1 against world number 4. World number 2 is of course in the Chinese unit itself.
I would call this moment as a Batman moment. Where
Okay, Batman moment, explain.
Where there was an exchange of dialogue between Batman and the Joker. What will I do without you? So that's the moment.
Oh, channelizing your inner Christopher Nolan there, looks like.
Oh yes, that's a match that world has been waiting for, and that is happening in this beautiful city, Bhubaneswar at Kalinga Stadium. Watch your breath. The rallies are going to be of very different style. Both the players are pretty fiery and aggressive aggressive. You can see lot more grunt from Harimoto, lot more fierce roar by both the players. Because at this point of time, even if Wang Chuqin is up 12-3, but the status and the status quo both has been challenged by Japanese squad there.
And looking at this Chinese unit, Just getting a lifeline there, courtesy Lin Shidong. Wang Hao is right there in the middle, still a picture of calm. And now it's over to Wang Chuqin, who has already been beaten earlier by Shora. Can he lift himself out of that and then deliver the goods here for China and take this fascinating match into a fifth match?
You could see fans on screen cheering India.
Now we are
Harimoto.
getting underway. Slow start. A slow start. A little uncharacteristic, you think?
No, Harimoto knows that Wang Chuqin doesn't go for a killer backhand, so purposely he's slowing him down there so that he can use his spin and go for a killer forehand, killer backhand there. Wang Chuqin settled down with his deceptive services. Tomokazu, Harimoto, all set, eyes. Oh, that's a killer of a backhand by Harimoto. Such a crisp, such a sharp backhand. Absolutely. Right into the form. 2-all. Harimoto to serve. Wang Chuqin this time lifted the backhand into the body of Harimoto. Such a sharp placement, such a clever game. Harimoto feeling the pressure, missing on to that service. Harimoto entertaining the audience. The loud roar there.
And he's equalized now. This is going to be a contest that could be neck and neck. But if you look at the statistics overall, it's still in favor of Wang Chuqin. And although just the way that the events have transpired today, we know that statistics themselves can be challenged.
Yes.
It is what we learn from history that we don't learn from history. History keeps changing.
The word challenge is certainly meant for these kind of situations. Oh, that's a led service by Wang Chuqin. Oh, Wang Chuqin wanted to go for that somersault forehand. Missed out, but it was a well placement done by him. Such a masterclass of service placement. Harimoto came back with a heavy duty down the line. Forward, completely shocked. Wang Chuqin was not expecting. 6-all.
6-all, and this is what you would expect from two absolute champions. Oh, now Harimoto in the lead. Just inching forward.
Apology note by Harimoto.
Yes, but he's got now a 2-point lead. So an early advantage by the looks of things. And it's moved even further now.
9-6.
Wang Chuqin
6-9.
under early pressure.
Can I catch that ball? It was up in the air.
It still hasn't landed. Where's it gone? Oh, Wang Chuqin attacking the body.
Yes, and we have seen wherever Harimoto has to change the game, he goes on to the deep forehand and take the service. But this time, Wang Chuqin kept him busy right into the forehand itself. No mercy on this backhand. He found a gap. He was on top of the ball. He knows that if he takes his first game, it could be a psychological pressure there. And with right now backhand shot wins for Harimoto is almost 80% there. Super stats on the screen.
Now Wang Chuqin serving to defend. And it is Harimoto who has taken early advantage. Gone 1-0 up against the world number 1 Wang Chuqin, facing the heat, feeling the pressure. Earlier it was Shora, the youngster, who got the better of him. And now Harimoto, who's ranked 4th in the world, has managed to take the first game.
Yes, absolutely. Quite a homework for China team right now. And sometimes I wonder, what does Wang Chuqin carry along with the towel? Is it ice or something? Or maybe it's just he has folded it multiple times.
Seems more like a cushion, to be honest, but no, it's a towel that is really folded. But yes, a bit of icing also helps. A lot of the times we've seen sports persons carrying that ice pack and then putting it behind their neck, of course, and that's a cooling technique that we see. The umpire has made the announcement. It's going to be China to serve, of course. Wang Chuqin. How's he going to react to this pressure? There's a lot at stake.
The way Harimoto comes up with the power backhand is not a joke. Such a precision he has developed, so much amount of confidence he has developed. Wang Chuqin this time was successful in placing that shot on the forehand. Last time he had missed it towards the end of the game. Lot more focused, lot more determined. Wang Chuqin.
Yes, he's got to be determined. He's got to be focused.
Oh, how the spin survived the net. It just passed through.
Goes for the backhand. Oh, in fact, it's onto the net.
It's Polov, Wang Chuqin coming back, getting into a dominating position there.
Yes, good bit of momentum for him early on. The world number 1.
This time,
Another one. And that he's got now 5 love up. Wang Chuqin, the world number 1, may have lost the first game, may have lost the previous match, but don't just count him out. We know he's got the quality, we know he's got the goods. Oh, this is just one-way traffic at the moment.
yes, Harimoto wanted to flick that ball. Was completely out of length there, giving lead to 6-0 to world number 1.
Dominance, elegance, call it whatever you want. The world number 1 has probably decided it's time. of the side of the table. 8 in a row. 8 in a row. Oh,
Harimoto, that surprising smile. What am I doing? What happened? This time with a ripping backhand. Wang Chuchin taking a lead with 9-0. Harimoto is completely down right now.
there will be no mercy, I must tell you. There won't be any need for that, as finally Harimoto gets a point of his own. It's game point now. And what a comprehensive comeback in this second game by the world number one. We are level now in this second game. At the end of this second game,
I think this is the fastest the game has finished. This is the fastest game. Absolutely no mercy by Wang Chuchin.
why would you show mercy? Especially it's the semi-finals.
There's some discussion there by Harimoto along with umpire.
And the umpire has possibly signaled towards some of his colleagues sitting on the main tournament desk. As there is a bit of a break at the end of those two games. Just as a recap, just to give you a recap, it's 11-8, and then after that 11-1. The first game went in favor of Harimoto, and then the world number one Wang Chuchin just bouncing back.
Harimoto possibly taking a washroom break here. He has gone there inside along with the umpire while and yes, this could be a game-changing moment. We can see discussion among the Chinese squad along with Wang Chuchin there discussing the strategy. It's 1-1.
Yes,
Wang
but
Chuchin has got the good momentum there.
and Wang has got two bottles now, a big one and a small one.
And let me remind you, let me use this moment to go back to the business of tennis there. This has happened when Serena Williams, when she was much more younger to Sanchez, she was completely dominating over world number one Sanchez. And at that point of time, Sanchez had taken a long break there. Obviously, it was a washroom break and completely changed the rhythm of the game and taking away the match out of the hands of young Serena Williams. Can Harimoto do it right now? Certainly, he's certainly young, but equally experienced. World number 7, critical position for
Well, this is of course the place to be in Bhubaneswar currently. The Kalinga Stadium has really been lit up, truly been decorated with an array of fantastic performances right through these last 4 days, and we aren't done yet, because tomorrow is the day we are going to witness those finals as well. But it's been simply phenomenal to be here in Odisha. Bhubaneswar is the capital of Odisha, which is becoming the citadel of Indian sport. This wonderful facility in the Kalinga Stadium with numerous sports on offer. We've got an athletics track here in the indoor stadium with the table tennis tables set in the center for this wonderful event. And of course, we've got the athletics tracks outside, a hockey stadium which has hosted big events, the badminton stadium and the court also, swimming facilities, and the list just goes on and on. So wonderful work there by the Odisha government, and of course you've got to appreciate the Asian Table Tennis Union, the Table Tennis Federation of India, the International Table Tennis Federation, and of course the Odisha Table Tennis Association, all of them coming together to make sure that we have these great matches here. And this could potentially turn out to be a great one here, Sachin.
Wang Chuqin, equally rested, equally fiery.
And for some reason, you can see the Chinese bench very energetic in celebration. It is only the first point of that third one.
What is interesting to see is Wang Chuqin, while missing onto that backhand, he tried to put the racket again between the two legs. This time it was unsuccessful. That we have seen in.
Up the net, is it? No, it's the Chinese team that's celebrating. He's delivered.
It was quite a. It was not a shot. It was an emotion there being expressed.
Yes, the best in the world express themselves through their craft. An error there by Harimoto, off the net, gone off. It's now 3-1 in favor of Wang as the serve returns to Harimoto.
World number one, absolutely in a fiery mode, continuing with the momentum of second game.
This time he has missed it. There's Chole. Once more. He's got to do it more than once.
After a long time, we are hearing this roar from Tomokazu Harimoto. Second game was completely devastating. Wang Chuqin to serve.
Couldn't have done anything about that. He had gone in that direction, anticipated it well, but because it was hit so hard, no answer.
A beautiful placement, almost on the white line. Harimoto. It was a beautiful, beautiful placement.
Well, imagine Sachin, we are neutral, we are enjoying this contest, but we are also nervous. What must be going through the minds of these teams as China now maybe sensing that the world number one is finally in form here, moves up his lead.
Oh, absolutely. Wang Chuqin not allowed Harimoto to come in into the rally only. Third ball, down the line backhand. That's the strength area of Harimoto.
Now 4 points ahead. Wang with the serve. Is he going to try and do something different? It's Harimoto who gets that point. It was the deft touch that actually set it up for him. Showing that range that he already has. This is, of course, in terms of the billing, the match of the tournament. He's hit that out and wide. The roar gets louder from Harimoto and the Japanese supporters.
Looks like that Hari momentum is coming back. What could be his strategy to get in the game again? Wang Chuqin signaling himself, shorten him.
Oh, now you'll hear an equally vociferous roar from the other side.
Tomokazu Harimoto, from the looks of it, is thinking that what do I do with such momentum there? in favor of Wang Chuqin. Should I slow him down? Should I go more pacey? Should I change the service?
Wang Chuqin, the world number 1. That was a good response there by Harimoto, using his backhand. Manages to get that point, but he's still 3 points behind. Has got some work to do.
Yes, the tide is in favor of China right now, and also the serve. Wang Chuqin keeping the serve very, very tight there.
Very tight. And with that, he's got a game point to go 2-1 up. Just fanning the heat a little bit before delivering that serve.
Oh, Wang Chuqin was on top of the ball, missing out. He didn't want to. He could read. He could read the mind of Harimoto. Absolutely, both are pushing each other to the deep backhand there. Harimoto with that deep push got that point. Yes, now Harimoto is to serve. Can Harimoto can move the momentum from China?
Wang Chuqin with the serve. What a response! That placement was amazing. Wang Chuqin, with all his athleticism, tried to get there, but there was no chance. A timeout being taken right away, and what a time for a timeout. 1 apiece in the 3rd game, everything to play for. Well, whew.
It's quite a journey for Wang Chuqin, from sheer dominance to sheer perseverance of Harimoto coming back in the game, in the business. What is Wang Hao suggesting in this critical moment?
Well, I've noticed that whenever he suggests something, and during those chats also, you would see that there are quite a few shoulder shrugs as well.
Yes, absolutely. He is head coach as well as Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, in fact, if you look at what he's achieved in his career, when it came to Olympics in the singles event at least, he has won 3 consecutive silver medals. Now coming back, Wang to serve. Can Harimoto equalize here and deny Wang the game point?
No, Wang did it. Taken away his 2nd game in favor of China. Wow, what a change in the strategy. Harimoto tried every possible thing to come back and defend that point in favor, swing that point in favor of Japan. Couldn't do it. You can see right now he's tired. He's resting.
I wonder if he's all right, because if he went for a toilet break or maybe some medical attention, I'm not sure. But he's still holding on. He's still trying to do his best. That last game was a lot more closer. It was 11-9 when compared to, of course, the previous one. But now he's got to come out all guns blazing. All guns blazing. No other option.
Yes, this is a do or die situation right now for China, and they would want to sheer maintain the dominance, because if Wang Chuqin wins it, anything can then.
Yes, and then you are down to Liang and Sora Matsushima. And that is again another mouth-watering clash in prospect, really. The fans there in the stands have been treated to some wonderful and beautiful table tennis action. Yes, smile, you're on camera. They're only going to smile if they win this match, of course.
Wang's determination. You can see that from the point one. He's roaring there. He knows that this game is critical for China. He'll do every possible thing to get this match.
A first point there for Harimoto in this set.
Bit of a surprise.
What was exactly surprising? The serve strategy, maybe?
No, the receive. It went. Oh! Harimoto with that powerful backhand tap. Absolutely, this time changing the spin. Wang was more ready for a spinnier backhand.
Now Harimoto with the serve. And the juggernaut just rolls on in this particular game. It's now 3-1.
The battle of belief going on between Wang Chuqin and Tomokazu. Warning by the umpire here.
Shaping up to serve. What a response. In fact, it's gone off the net. He didn't celebrate. He just said sorry. The good part, Harimoto always, whenever if something like this happens, he immediately says sorry, and it's quite loud and audible.
That was the shortest point. Chuqin well in position.
Well in position, and you could just sense the pace, and then when it went towards the backhand, he couldn't quite get that pace on so that it goes over the net, and the last rally was 11 shots long. Another statistic brought to you by Stupa. All these statistics via artificial intelligence, keeping a track of natural brilliance here. Made him run around and then ultimately put in that killer move to go up 5-2.
Tomokazu. Harimoto. Tomokazu Harimoto. Again. Missing onto that point, and on serve success. Harimoto has 75% success. Quite deceptive for Wang Chuqin in this defining match.
Oh, it was ultimately Wang's patience with that forehand that ultimately got him that point. Harimoto was up 5-2. Now Wang has hit back with 2 points in a sequence.
Now, Wang Chuqin has taken a timeout. This was quite a forehand he hit onto the backhand of Tomokazu Harimoto.
When we look
Well,
when we look at the Japanese bench, there's of course that belief. On the Chinese side, you aren't going to, figure out a lot. They all seem to have poker faces. Even when Wang Hao is putting his point across, it's just with a lot of those gestures. At times, there's a bit more animation. Initially, we saw that, but generally a poker face.
I'm loving the way Hiroto is standing in one corner, patiently listening, getting more experience of the dressing corner.
Well, he's done for the day, really. All he can do is watch and hope that he gets to play the final. It's not in his hands anymore. Meanwhile, there are two champions right in the center of the Kalinga Stadium, battling it out for their teams. The claps are resounding. You can hear them echo across the stadium because everyone knows this is it.
A late service after the timeout.
Earlier today, of course, his sister Miwa Harimoto ensured Japan go into the final. That backhand Lobbed across, over the table and out. Now it's all level here, 5 apiece.
5-all. Oh, that service was not that effective. That it was with Liang Jington.
Got another serve though. He's got to make amends. Try to draw level with Wang having taken that slender lead. A net serve.
Back to back. Two strong forehand. Both
Yeah.
were cross courts.
Yes, back-to-back forehands and Wang now just inching ahead now. 2 points ahead. Has he gotten that psychological advantage? Remember, this is as much a psychological battle as it is out there on the park. What's he going to do? Initially, it was placed very well by Harimoto, but then that forehand from Wang towards his own forehand. Well, he got his racket there, but it was a soft block. Just hit his racket and landed on his own side. Now, Wang has surged ahead 8-5.
Harimoto is still fighting back, still in the game, trailing behind. 2 points. Harimoto to serve.
Yeah, he's managed to stop that sequence. Otherwise, that momentum was really taking Wang ahead.
Oh, that was a beautiful soft flick by Harimoto. Such a precision. Last time he had missed it, but this time he made no mistake.
How would you rate that serve?
It's 7-8.
8-all.
It's
Make it
8-all.
How were those serves? You've got to tell us.
It's a side spin long service in the deep backhand of Wang Chuchin. Completely taken him by a surprise. It was such a big risk, and in serve success, both are absolutely equal. 62%. Wang Chuchin absolutely had no mercy onto the flighted ball. Crowd getting mad. That's the only match is happening. It's 9:45.
Yeah.
The shops are shut. The dinner is over. But the hunger is not over yet.
He's equalized again. It's 9-all. Could there be a more fascinating contest?
All of these are young players from India watching the best of the best. How they fight for each and every point.
Certainly is a fight, is a scrap.
Oh, Wang Chuchin got into his own trap. Look, Harimoto, game point there.
Game point. Are we going into the 5th game? Not quite. Hold on. It's a deuce again.
Yes, the pressure. It's a Wang Chuchin defining moment. Can he take this point and move towards victory? No. Harimoto standing tall with the motto of getting the game, pushing the game to the decider.
Now with the serve, Sachin, how much of an advantage is that?
It's an advantage position, certainly.
What a return.
Yes, Wang Chuchin built up that shot, built up that backhand, loaded with spin. It was a parabola. Backhand by Wang Chuchin. He knew that Harimoto will go for a kill.
Why did you say parabola? Just reminded of 10th standard mathematics.
Oh, again, Moto saying sorry to Wang Chuqin for that net ball.
Bit of a net ball, which is why there was no celebration. But now it's going to be game point.
Lot of
Harimoto.
luck in favor of Harimoto there. Quite a gut you require to play that long ball. But sorry, this time Wang Chuqin, last time he had missed that side spin. This time he showed no mercy. Absolute dominance of the backhand cross-court shot.
12 all now. And at 12 all, it's going to be Wang Chuqin to serve. Harimoto in position to receive. Nobody has moved an inch. Now it's going to be Wang Chuqin who's got the advantage, and with Harimoto serving, he has got a shot to equalize matters here for China and take us into a fifth match, in fact.
No. Look at the roar. It was quite a courageous move by Harimoto by giving a long service. In this position to Wang Chuqin, that makes him a fearless and dangerous. It's 13 all again.
This match has been going on and on and
Wang Chuqin would be saying, can I be a little more lucky here? Ball touched the net, but it went outside.
I have no answer to that. I have absolutely no answer to that. No science in the world can ever define luck. No mathematics in the world can ever quantify it, whatever people may tell you.
Harimoto with that Ronaldo pose, taking to the game, to the fifth game.
Yes, we are heading into the fifth game. Harimoto has managed to surge ahead over here, and although he lost the middle games, he lost them 11-1, 11-9. He's just raised the standard and ensured that we have a decider. The world number 1 and world number 4, a decider between them as well. But remember, there's more at stake for China, because if Harimoto wins the next game, Japan are through to the final. But if China win, then we go into a fifth match.
Yes, it's quite a moment for Japan here. Harimoto had already done big blow there, and onto the screen we have Stupa stats on service. Harimoto, very interestingly, this time has kept Wang Chuqin busy more onto the almost the second line of the table. What a precision of service is something that means that he's wanting, he knows that he has a tough backhand. He cannot take a risk of pushing Harimoto to the forehand.
I think that's something that even Wang would have noticed now, and I'll tell you why. Because it was up on the big screen, this graphic, and Wang was walking back. It was right in his eye line, so he would have noticed that.
Yes,
Will he anticipate? I think he will anticipate, but then it could be a double bluff. Will Harimoto just vary it a little bit? What's he going to do?
let's see. Hari to serve. Oh, bit of a luck again here. Wang Chuqin looking back at him. Friend, can I get the luck in my favor? Harimoto again, a last minute change. Oh, it was a beautiful strategized by him. Wang Chuqin take no risk. Look at the service. This time the service was absolutely almost near to the white line. Wang Chuqin had no option except pushing it back.
So made a change, and those are variations when compared to the previous one, right? Now Wang Chuqin with his serve has got an answer of equal merit.
Now it's mind game. It's tactical game going on. Open your notes and write it down. Wang Chuqin missing that serve. Looking at his racket. What happened?
The best in the world can also miss out on the serve, Sachin.
Yes. Look at this, how Harimoto is troubling Wang Chuqin and stopping him to take a banana flick there. This time Wang Chuqin could sense it, but missing out, questioning himself.
But there was no celebration there from Harimoto. Again, I think it just flicked the net. So there was a bit of frustration, in fact, from Wang Chuqin looking back at his bench.
But right now, Harimoto is conserving his energy.
That's a good response from the world number one.
This time Wang didn't place it onto the forehand. Harimoto trapping him into his serve strategy. What a move, what a sense of the game.
What happened
Wang
there?
Chuqin again missing on to that short ball there. Giving away one more point. Must have been frustrating. They can't go back. Nodding head. Not expected from you, Wang. You're world number one. You have perfected this art. You have defined this art. This is a situation you prepare for.
Sachin, what happened there? Was it more his error or was it due to a response from Harimoto the way he returned it?
No, it was a strategically placed by Moto there. This time, made no mistake with the two ripping forehand there. Slowly moving, closing. Just Harimoto being 1 point lead over world number one.
1 point lead. Now where does this serve go? Again on the corner.
Okay, Harimoto again with that roar. Wang Chuqin was so brilliant. He is smiling. He is smiling at his luck. That I did everything right. I did everything right with that sudden backhand. That I pushed it onto your backhand there. Harimoto. Emotional dominance right now.
Psychologically as well, this is a big lead and now Wang manages to eat into it a little bit. What happened there? You made an action with the backhand?
Yes, it was a pretty good strawberry by Harimoto there on that short push. Couldn't convert the point though.
Yeah, and the serve now goes back to Wang. Oh, tried to go forward and attack it, but only hits it onto the net. Wang is only 1 point behind now. The world number one fighting to stay alive.
This could be deliberately pushed by Wang there. Questioning the patience. Oh, absolutely. Again the shortest point there. Two back-to-back backhand. One in the deep down to the backhand and then finish on the forehand. Wang Chuqin had no option. And right now the scores are match is moving towards the second half there with 7-5 lead with Harimoto to serve.
Wang manages to get that one. It was a booming forehand, and just after that, Harimoto trying to block it. It's made a good connection.
No, not this time. Not this time, Harimoto. I'm well prepared for your reverse pendulum surprise as well.
Maybe he could have just followed what he did in the previous game, Sachin.
Difficult to say right now. The situation seems to be completely different. Harimoto blinking his eye, focusing, concentrating. He has lost the lead, 7-all.
It was 6-3 a moment ago. Now it is 7-all. He tried to block that one, but Wang Chuqin was decisive, absolutely decisive with it.
Wang showed no emotion there. Just went on to the umpire, asked for the ball. I'm not going to celebrate. It's just a 1 point lead I have taken. Harimoto again got a lucky point. A loud sorry there. Wang showing no emotion there.
I'm just going to ask Harimoto to join me so that we can go and buy a raffle ticket. Definitely we are going to win.
No, 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 not this time. Wang determined to get the point. Harimoto, it was into his body.
Yes.
Juggling moment. He's juggling, running, stepping.
Now this is going to be interesting. What is this serve going to look like?
Wang Chuqin, this time, issued apology note with that power shot down the line to the back end. Took away the rally in his hand. 2 match points for China.
2 match points. And we could well head into a 5th match here. Harimoto. What's he got? How's he going to play these serves, Sachin?
Harimoto lost it. Wang Chuqin got the game. Kept keeping the hopes alive. China is going to the 5th final match. Wow. What a work done by Wang Chuqin. He was 6-3 down. Now coming back from there, taking away from the Harimoto. Certainly not very happy. He's going down. His shoulders are down.
This is a long road to the finals. The finals for continental glory. In the semi-final, the rivals, China and Japan, battling on. Liang to serve. This is out first up, and Matsushima has won that first point. Returns with a comprehensive forehand. Tora Matsushima, the youngster, what's he got? Well, currently Liang Jinkun, just the way that he has started with those decisive shots, apart from that first passage of play, quite good. This time he misses his mark. It's going to be 2 apiece. Sachin, it's the 18-year-old against the 28-year-old. The 16th rank versus the 7th rank. A man who has earlier in this contest won a 5-gamer. This is going to be fascinating. These two have played each other twice before.
16 versus 7, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So this is going to be, on a lighter note, going to be anybody's match right now. And looking at Sora's fiery right now, anything can happen. Liang Jinkun, a lot depends upon him. Pressure.
Yeah, missed out on that serve. You said it right. It is pressure. It is definitely pressure. Sora Matsushima was so brilliant in that 5-gamer earlier. This is out on that return there, Liang. These two have played each other very recently. During the China Smash, it was Sora Matsushima who won. Very recent history. Not even recent history, very recent history.
It's for all. Some bit of gifts going on to the table, equalizing the tally to 4-all.
The Chinese have definitely managed to bounce back here, which is why they are known as the world leaders of table tennis. Initially, he had outstretched himself very well to get that forehand in Liang, but it was always Matsushima who was going to be in control, and ultimately Liang has put it out wide. Level again at 5 each.
What I love about Liang Jinkun is that if you place him onto the extreme forehand, he can literally hit that with the equal power and then fly back onto the backhand. Look at this. He was ready to fly back again. What a superb footwork movement. Such a class apart. He's the only player who can jump around to the backhand side of it at the same speed.
We will see more of that brilliance hopefully during this match. It is now 6-all in the first game.
Oh, that's a full throttle forehand by Liang Jinkun.
Yes, it was full throttle, and I wonder why in the middle of it Matsushima actually slowed the pace down.
Looks like it's a lot of a personal match going on. It's 50-50 while they are combating for the nation. But lot at stake. Aura. What an aura on that table. The way you hit that spinny forehand.
Well, it spun, and he also reduced the pace in that rally. This time another point. Liang Jinkun's backhand lands onto the net, and Matsushima has taken the lead now as both players are inching towards the double figure mark.
Oh, it's 9-7. Tora is leading in this decider match between Liang Jinkun. Both are. It's a 50-50 score between them.
Well, we know that the early match, in fact the early passage of play isn't any indication of what will happen later, as we figured out during the last match. Liang gets a point back as well. Like throughout that last match,
We could see Chinese fans in the audience with their signature voice.
and that voice is going to silence a little bit, because now it's Matsushima who's gotten the game point. Well, talking about the luck factor, I think Wang Chuchin got that luck factor when it mattered the most. And ultimately, that's the clincher.
Tora with that loud roar, getting on to the first point for Japan. What a moment, what a match.
Wow. Sachin, Sora looked very assured. Liang Jinkun threw everything at him, and this 18-year-old has shown really great maturity during this match. One would have thought, before coming to Bhubaneswar, that Chinese would largely be unchallenged. Having said that, the men from Tokyo, Yokohama, or wherever they are from in the land of Japan have really turned it on here.
Like, absolutely. And with right now, the way Wang Hao is explaining, why don't you push Sora with the side spin forehand toss spin? These strategic moves differentiates from any other country. China, that's how they define these strokes. He knows that Sora is pretty good with extreme backhand. Your toss spin cannot be straight. He is suggesting, looks like he's suggesting that go for more side spinny backhands there. Push Sora more deeper inside and then push him back to the forehand.
That's well there, Liang. The second game has begun here. This is the fifth match, the decider. We will soon find out who will find a place in the final alongside Hong Kong, China.
Oh, that jump toss spin. He was in the air while he hit that toss spin. Beautiful stroke. Liang Jingken absolutely in control. Keeping the control on of the second game.
That was let off the net. Liang wanting to get set.
Oh, looking onto the down the line backhand by Liang. It was a beautiful setup. Again, back-to-back 2 points for Sora. Now Liang Jingken is unable to hold on to that 2 points lead. Not for a long time. Sora with his magical serves.
Hit that out wide. Was trying to block it with his backhand.
Did you notice that the way Liang Jingken made a slight change and hit that backhand onto the down the line? Oh,
This time, fortune favored Matsushima.
absolutely.
Well, I didn't notice during that subtle change that Liang made earlier, which is why, Sachin, I have you here in the commentary box to tell me about all that. Anyways, it is now 3 each, 3 all. Yeah, it's a let serve. So yes, Sachin, as I was saying that I didn't notice that subtle change, and for that I've got you in the commentary box, you know, being the technician to point all those things out.
Oh, again a let point. The luck is favoring Japan today.
For
It's
now.
favored Sora.
For now, but at the most critical moment, who is it going to favor? That is the question.
Okay, he swayed away in style. Pushed the ball to the extreme forehand. Liang Jingken had a perfect setup. He's saying, what else do I do right now? I was not expecting. Time out. Look at this. He showed it through the emotion. For the first time, the monk showed the emotion on the table.
A timeout, and now Wang Hao just gesturing. Now look at this, Sachin. You've got to have a look at this. He is indicating with his left hand. What do you make of this?
It looks difficult, but looks like whenever Wang Hao explains anything, it's like a dictation. Just do as I'm saying. No more changes.
However, as we know, just the fact that the Chinese players, they come through a very, very robust system, and after that, they also learn how to think for themselves, you know, out there in the middle. You get that nudge, you get that help from the coaches, but then ultimately, it's you out there.
Right now, looks like Sora is out there a little earlier. He's saying, I am well prepared, I'm leading. And we have seen that the way Sora has shown confidence in the last match. Coach wanted the timeout. Sora thought about it, but denied. That shows the confidence on this young 18-year-old kid.
And then when did he take it? In the 5th game. That bit of a break helping.
I guess he was in two minds while he was hitting that because he had so much of room. He thought, should I go for the down the line or cross court?
of the net and gone out.
Did you hear the grunt by both the players there?
This time it's Sora who misses, and it's gone up to 6-5 now. Liang just behind Matsushima.
Sora well timed it. It was a beautiful shot received. Liang Jinkin and hit back right in the center. A bit slower spin this time. Quite a strategy in that nanosecond. Quite an intelligence by this 18-year-old.
Oh, on that return, tried to play the backhand, but only managed to get it on the net. A very good serve there by Sora.
Sora is really showing the magic of a full-blown lefty player here. Perfect services, ripping backhand, pull at forehand, amazing blocks. A complete player in itself.
Yeah, that's just gone a little bit out.
Liang Jinkin with that floated warm-up there. 9-6 down. No mercy by Harimoto. He could judge that reverse pendulum service. Went on with that banana.
And now it is game point. Got to wait. That banana that you just spoke about, just the way he executed it, and quick hands.
Not just quick, but with so much of force there. This time Liang Jinkun could read the service really well, closing the lead. Towel break here. Few seconds to cool down before he's going to serve and trying to equalize the score. Still 2 game points by Sora.
2 game points. If it was anybody else, they would have been tempted to take the timeout, possibly.
Oh,
It's a leg serve, so it's got to do that again. My, it's so action-packed, right? Every time the ball crosses over the net, we feel as if something's happened. How good was that serve? How good was that serve, Sachin?
I would say that quite a gutsy move by Liang Jinkin. Maybe this time he loaded that service with a bit of an overspin. This time, luck was in favor of Liang Jinkin. But ball touched the net. Standing ovation.
And what a return. He was down 10-6. Now it's 10-all with Sora to serve.
No, he was in a hurry there. He was in a hurry. Hurry spoils curry.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that curry. Nothing good comes out if you're in a hurry, of course.
Oh, what a powerful forehand it is. With such a precision there.
11-all now. 11-all. Oh, he misses. On numerous occasions, you would have felt that with those forceful shots, he had gotten past Liang, but Liang managed to block them every single time. Phenomenal.
You could see such a class of table tennis. They are not just defending their nation. Liang Jinkin with a deep breath now. With 1-all.
Yes, it's 1-1 and both teams now heading back towards their bench, and there will be, of course, a little bit of deliberations as to what is to be done. This is, of course, the decider, one where we will get to know who moves into the final.
Sora, if you could see how slowly he's moving to the coach's corner there, thinking, my goodness, I had the lead.
Yeah, what if? That question, what if, is one that troubles all human beings.
So much of self introspection. Look at this. He's taking time. Nobody is advising him. Everyone knows that. Sora knows what is he doing.
Yeah, the coach is just trying to put his point across. But yeah, there's also a bit of dejection, one would say. Dejection that I had 4 game points and I failed to convert those.
Yes.
Likewise, Harimoto will also be thinking, I was up 6-3 in that last game. I could have closed it out.
Oh, beautiful. That was quite a this time. Liang Jinken didn't go for extremes. Kept him in the middle.
Now it's more about Shora composing himself.
Sora has not been able to come out of the hangover of the second game.
He needs to compose himself. He just needs to, because there's no point in reflecting on the past here.
Oh.
Yes, play like that, young man. Play like that. You'll be all right.
That backhand reminds me of Ma Long's backhand in one of the Olympics.
Now he'll feel better. He's equalized at 2-2. Now that's some comparison with Ma Long, the greatest of all time. You've definitely seen a spark of excellence here in Shora.
Oh yes, complete player.
Oh, he just tried to give it that direction, but it goes a little bit wide.
Liang Jinken with 1 point lead. Liang to serve. Oh, it was a beautiful setup done by him. It didn't allow Sora to go for a killer backhand. Liang Jinken is absolutely using the rights, but couldn't execute the point. It's 3-all.
Count this rally. We've got to.
Wow, Liang Jinken! Where were you? Where were you? Such a power rally it was. He had everything. And look at the standing ovation by Wang, 17 count rally. Super stats. The AI captured this marvel moment.
Misses. Now with every miss, you can see the dejection in Sora's body language. And this isn't helping him one bit. Not one bit. If anything, it is draining his energy. And he needs that energy to be channelized in the right direction.
Yes, Liang Jinken is telling him that separates from man to a boy.
Gets that point courtesy of ball going a little bit long. Liang Jinken still leading by 1 point. Now it's all level, all square at 5-all.
Again, the game's levels up. Sora, can he do it?
Wow, what's happening here, Liang? He has missed it on 3 consecutive occasions going past that line. What happened?
That's a momentary loss. Sora wanted to go for that killer forehand. Jumping, surprising. Certainly he's still not completely recovered from the second game.
How would you? It's difficult, yes, but you have to. You have to, young man.
Oh, that's a skinny forehand. Such a edgy rally. Loaded with spin. Loaded with grit.
And loaded with character. In fact, this entire match has been loaded with character. Both teams showing their temperament. And ultimately, the result will be decided by a very small margin, one would say.
It for tough luck here. He wanted to go for a deep slice there.
A well-earned point there by Liang. It was competitive. It was fast. He also tried to vary the pace there, Shora. But Liang was ready for everything. He had an answer to everything.
Boy, boy, boy. What a rally it was. Sora is giving everything. Literally, he snatched the rally from the hands of Liang Jingken. It was a beautiful placement into the deep backhand of Sora. What a recovery he did and came back with that heavy loaded down the line. Absolutely marvelous.
Marvelous is just one word that you can use to describe this match that we have been witnessing since the evening.
It was a misjudgment here. Liang Jingken made no mistake in converting it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the third game right now. China leading by 1 point. Sora this time came back with everything he had. Inching it closer. 9-all. Now Sora to serve. Can he do something magical here?
The last game had gone.
Yes, he did it. This time he went for a shovel service. Got the point. Coming back to the business again.
Yes, it's game point for Shora. Misses. And we are all level again at 10-all. Just like the previous game, Sachin. Just like the previous game.
Yes. He is getting a bit impatient here. Now that is quite a forehand there. Liang Jingken wanted to change the spin. Loopy spin. But Sora turned around, converted into a forehand winner.
And what a winner that was. This time he's put it out wide. Wanted to do almost something similar.
You could see China has brought in the entire army here to motivate. Japan is no less. The fans spreading all across the stadium. Another roll from Sora. Liang Jingken wanted to trust his more forehand this time.
You know, we say shore for roar in Hindi, and that's Shora out there.
Yes, he did it. He did it. With a 2-1 lead now.
Absolutely has. The young man from Japan is lighting the stage here at the Kalinga Stadium. It is 2-1 and it is China, the defending champions, the leaders of world table tennis, chasing this game and to ensure that they stay on in the Asian Table Tennis Team Championships.
There's a pin drop silence right now.
Yeah, there was a pin drop silence after I finished my sentence. Tell me more about that.
Look at the body language of Sora this time. He is not dejected. He would be thinking, oh gosh, what did I do? I was 10-6 up.
That's okay. That's okay. Now that's gone. Now Sachin, looking at the winners that Matsushima Shora has managed to put in this match, here's the graphic for you.
Here the winners of Sora. More around the center as well as the center half of the table on the backhand side of it. Absolutely not allowing Liang to play the full-blown backhand here. What a placement strategy.
And there was only one of them on the right side of the table, but that was one shot that really stood out. And you will remember that. I will remember that because he played it with almost his feet off the ground.
Sora is serving to get the match here. First ball, first point. Liang to defend. Missing out to the dripping backhand. Questioning the pace of the ball. It's 1-1.
Now, who do you think is this a bigger test for? Is it for Shora or for Liang? A test of character, patience, everything. A bit of a sorry there. It just lobbed off the net. Tell me, Sachin, what is your perspective?
Yes, it's going to be a test of the grit along with patience. Shora has to really show patience here.
So you believe it's a bigger test for him when compared to Liang?
Yes.
Yeah, because if shots like those keep coming, then it's going to be Shora who's got to handle himself temperamentally.
Yes, absolutely. It's 2-2. See, look at the way body language is changing. You cannot shrug down your shoulders there.
Yeah,
Yang Jington, absolutely, with the monk face there.
Yeah, you call that right.
Oh, beautiful block. He was absolutely ready in that position. Shora questioning it.
Now he's down by 2 points. Mustn't get carried away. Mustn't get carried away at all. Whatever be the score, whether it's in your favor or against you, don't get carried away. Just focus on the next point. Is the pressure just reflecting here in the way Shora is approaching this? Quite a lot of times it's also the fact that when you're, say, getting closer to the prospect of victory, you get more nervous. No nerves in that one. Absolutely no nerves. He executed it to perfection.
Absolutely, the way he played his backhand, he controlled the spin. It was quite a difficult shot he played. This time Liang Jington is replying back with counter spin attacks. He is absolutely in position. That's a great footwork. Great footwork, I would say.
Nice play with the words there. And that was in fact really good wrist work, one would say.
It's a ripping backhand in a Shidong style, replicated by Liang Jington.
Wow. He has managed to get that point, but it now requires a sequence of points. It was impressive, that one.
Yes, it was. Absolutely, he showed no emotion after that point.
And showing no emotion, or rather little to no emotion, is Liang. Just a bit of a punch, but the face remains as calm and composed as one would get. It's 8-4 in favor of Liang. Missed it. And Liang is on his way to level things in this 5th match and the decider. It's game point. And it looks like we are definitely heading towards a decider.
Yes, his body language is down. No, you cannot show this body language. The world is watching you. The kids are watching you.
And we are going into the decider. Sachin, all the 5 matches in this encounter have gone into the 5th game. All of them. The first 2 were won by Japan.
This time, look at this. Wang Hao with so much of surety. Look, this is how This is something what I mentioned to you.
A lot of times in such tough situations, if your teammates and your coaches have got an air of confidence, an air of assurance, it automatically rubs off on you. So quite possibly, Wang Hao, yes, of course he believes. Of course he believes that Liang Jingkun can win this next game for his team and take them through to the final. However, what are the emotions on the other side? I just somehow sense a bit of nerves in the Japanese camp.
Yes, absolutely. Sora had to show a far more mature play. He has to come out of all the defeats he had had. It's 2-all. Liang Jingkun with that determination to serve fifth and final game.
And this is possibly a capitulation because Shora Matsushima, I don't know, it's just something's happened to him since the beginning of that fourth game. There's still some distance to go. Oh my word. No, you have come so far. It is the last mile in the marathon. Only a little bit more, young man. He'll feel better. His teammates celebrate, but he runs across to take the ball.
Yes, absolutely. Doesn't want to lose to the momentum there.
Hits that out. The Japanese cheers get louder. In fact, I beg your pardon, it's the Chinese cheers.
3-1 lead. Decider match. Semi-final. Good decision by Sora.
Yes, it is important to take the time out now. You don't want to do what you did earlier in this match when you were facing Wang Chuqin. You waited until the very last moment. The very last moment of the fifth game when you opted for the timeout. But back then, your margin was quite clear and Wang Chuqin had accrued a few points. Now it is different. It is the decider and your opponent has taken the advantage, early advantage at 3-1.
Yes, but we have seen that tables have turned. Tails have moved. Sora taking some deep breaths. Body language looking much better. Liang Jingkun on the other side is far more confident with the body language, not just because of the score, but the way he is playing, absolutely in control.
Yes, even after he had lost that third game, with Shora making it 2-1, there wasn't any panic as such. Now, here we go, once again, after the timeout.
Good comeback by Sora.
Good
Well
comeback.
placed it.
Yeah, very nimble-footed, and he went on to go a little bit forward and placed it.
Yes, didn't take any risks there.
He didn't try to hit it too hard as well, so that was impressive. This time onto the net though.
What a beautiful power play by Liang Jingkun. Absolute tight. Absolutely guarding all the corners, standing in the center. Charging at Sora. 2-4. Oh, just changed. He wanted to go for a banana flick, but changed the rhythm with a soft push there. Sora misjudged the timing. Cheering up, gearing up by the supporters there, fans and the team members.
And now we have a swap over here. Obviously, since the fifth point has been achieved by one of the players, swapping sides.
Oh, it's a good point. It's a good point he has taken. Quite a confidence must have got
lot of pace in that rally, wasn't it?
Yes, a dose of confidence. This is something what Sora loves it. What a backhand he had. It was a beautiful placement by Liang Jington. He well timed it, well placed it. Sora came back, but Liang was ready. Now 6-3.
6-3. Liang Jingkun to serve. Oh, moves across to 7-3. Sora Matsushima isn't the same player who won the third game in this contest.
Yes, absolutely. With this point, Liang Jingkun is very, very confident. Very much. No, he has given up. Sora has given up. That is something what we discussed, Nishad. It's not just a test of speed and grit. It's a test of patience there. You got to accept yourself that you can make errors, but your body language cannot change. Another point.
Yes.
Why? It's 7 match points there. The Great Wall of China halts the land of rising sun towards gold. Wow, what a moment! What a moment! What a game by Liang Jington. Everyone in the Chinese quarter would be so happy. They defended.
Absolutely. The men, the stars of the table tennis world have eclipsed the men from the land of the rising sun. It is a moment to remember, one that really assures you as to why they are genuine world dominators and world beaters in this sport. A place in the finals is theirs, and they have now set up a date with Hong Kong, China, and this big match is going to take place tomorrow. You've got to come back, because if today is anything to go by, then tomorrow could be a blockbuster.